Today's You Know What Dude podcast on riotcast.com.
That's what I'm talking about. We're good. We're ready. It's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a fucking hot one. I can feel it. Woo. I'm fucking turned on by somebody in this room. It might not be the girl. It might be one of these guys.
Me. Not me.
Nah, I can't. No, it's not you, dude.
Yeah, it is.
No, dude.
I can tell you wanted me to sit straight across from
Buddy,
you.
I can't
You're just like aiming your boner at me.
I was just me. No, I'm waiting for you fucking 80 minutes for you to jizz. You're going to keep closing your eyes because you're not into fat chicks.
I like chunky chicks. I think it's underrated.
We got a great show today. We're back. You know what? Do live. You people watching live right now in the chat room. Thanks for tuning in. Spread the word. Retweet. Tell all your fucking friends it's happening right the fuck now. Are we on Facebook?
Yes, we are on Facebook Live on our Facebook page.
On You Know What Dude. So we switched from my Facebook page to You Know What Dude. We're trying to get some people over there. Again, I want to thank the premium members. We every week you guys join. It's $1.99, and we got an insane show coming up for you guys. That's only for premium members. August 30th, Creeps with Kids, live from the Village Underground. Me, Jim Florentine, Bonnie McFarlane, Louis J. Gomez. We're doing all our fucking parent material, having kids, and then we're doing a panel live with Ron Bennington right after the stand-up. It's going to be great. It's going to be a good time, and it's only for premium members because it's going behind the paywall, unless you go live. Tickets are selling out too. Right now, we got 3 weeks. We're already halfway sold, so it's going to be sold out. So get your tickets now. Go to comedyseller.com and click on the link right there. Excuse me. And to join, become a premium member. iPhone, Android. Go download the You Know What Dude podcast app for nada. Join up. Become a premium member. Like that. All the stuff. I'm going to be doing one-on-ones. I'm going to be doing one-on-ones with Quinn. When I go on the road, I'm going to be doing one. They're all going behind the paywall. All these one-on-ones are going behind the paywall. Half hour to 45-minute interviews with comics around. Not just comics, too. Actors, blah, blah, blah. All around are going behind the paywall. Only for premium members. So get the app and join today. What else do we got? Deepu?
Should we start the show?
Yeah, well, you did. That's part of it. All right, we got Chris Scopo. Let's go around the room counterclockwise.
Okay.
Actually, go clockwise. It'll be easier for you.
That is starting with Mike Finoia, everybody. Welcome
Mikey.
back.
Mike
What's
Finoia.
up?
Good to be back.
Good to have you back. And
Thank
now,
you, sir.
since you've been on, you're a fucking podcast mogul.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, doing okay.
I mean, you
got
got
a show on Kumia Network, Finer Things, which is a lot of fun.
Is it called Kumia Network or the Compound?
The Compound
I think
Media.
they switched it up,
Yeah,
so you didn't have to
yep.
Google Kumia and fucking have fucking just terrible
Have the
shit.
FBI
come up.
looking through your hard drive.
Yeah,
and
it's like
stuff.
fucking Googling ISIS.
Yeah,
You're on a
seriously.
list when you.
Yeah. It's been fun. I like the studio over there. It's really great.
Unbelievable studio.
Yep.
Great guys. Great network.
I had a lot of great interviews so far. We had Zappa's daughter, Moon Unit, which was a blast.
That's what I call my cock.
The Moon Unit because it's shaped like a crescent.
Actually, no, it's a crater right in my fucking bush fat. Oh, disgusting. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
baby.
That was great. Lots of fun. Then Jamcast is going well. It's a blast. Things are going good.
That's good, buddy.
Yeah.
And I'm very glad that you brought me a gift too.
I did. Would you like it now?
I would like it now.
Okay, hang on one moment.
Ooh, one moment. This is a fucking guest, by the way. You know, my wife family always said if you're coming over, bring something. Don't come empty-handed. And look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at ow.
Put your ashes in there.
Wait. We're supposed to give you something on an unpaid spot on a podcast?
No, this is actually this is Ralphie May's ashes.
You're gonna need a bigger box.
Yeah. This is his left foot.
Thank God you're a fat comic in a stable marriage, because I have nothing right now.
There we go.
After what Mike Lawrence did, now we have these. Jesus Christ! All right, who else?
He has been. Yeah.
So
First of all, thank you very much. I can tell it's really heavy. This is a
very
good,
heavy.
a very good human.
Ralphie May has been crispy cremated.
Usually the ones you
This
didn't
guy
use.
never stops. So he's
No, I
doing
don't.
B-reel. A guy was moving out of my building, and they were carrying stuff down, and he goes, anybody want a humidor? And I was like, no. And then I thought of you, and I'm like, yeah, why not? And I grabbed it, and it's way heavier than I thought.
This
and,
is no joke.
I've
I mean,
hanging on to it for a
you
few
know I'm a
months for you.
fucking big cigar guy. This is actually
I don't know if it's good or
this
not,
is
but-
real good.
Cool.
It's real good. This is fucking
Perfect size to put your lung in when you're done with your cigar, right? Just
yeah,
drop
perfect.
it in there.
I love when the guy with the cigarette voice makes those jokes. Perfect size for your lung or your lips.
It's big enough to bury that joke.
Fuck yeah.
I fucking love
Wow.
That was a good joke, man. Old black lung Bobby.
Lawrence. That's all he's got now is roast jokes. You can't even have conversations with him anymore.
Really? You got to light him during a conversation.
That's weird.
So is that
Don't act like I haven't always been this way on your show.
Buddy, no, don't get sensitive, you cunt. Listen,
What are you, Ralphie?
That's Hank.
are those stogies that are in there any good? Because I didn't know whether or not to toss them, or I know nothing about them.
yeah, these are very good.
Well, there you go. Cool.
Up and motherfucker, that's a heavy humidor. Someone's gonna have to help me with that to my car. That's right,
Scopes.
Scopo. He'll squat all
I
the
got
way.
it.
All right, who else do we got, man?
Fresh from Montreal, Christy Cello's back.
Hi, Bobby. Hi.
I fucking love you, man. God, I have to fight not to have you on all the time. You have a boyfriend, right?
No.
Mother's ass. I just want a vacation with you at Cape Cod. I want to fucking lie on a beach at Plum Island somewhere, just fucking listening to you.
Is this the way you like it?
What a visual.
I love Plum Island.
It feels illegal to listen to her. Yeah.
It's like Boston Cream Island.
If you're getting hard right now, you have a problem.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think you're adorable and your voice is.
Estranged fathers hire her. Like, can you pretend to be the daughter that doesn't love me?
That's funny. How are you doing, baby doll?
I'm so good. I'm so happy to be here.
I feel like I'm fucking a cartoon character. If I was having sex with you, God, you're so adorable. Now, you went to Montreal. How was
I did.
it?
It was a dream come true. It was the best. It was
a dream come true. It was the best.
She's like Bobby Lee with helium in her lungs.
Yeah.
It was so fun. I loved
what
it.
shows did you?
I
up to?
did roast battle.
You did?
I did. I battled Jimmy Carr.
Oh man, he wasted you, right?
He won.
Yeah, he won. Yeah.
But I did. I was very proud of how I did.
Oh, good for you.
Good
I
for
did a
you.
good
You
job.
did a great
I
job.
had a
You
good
did
showing.
a great job on there.
Thank you.
They actually, it's funny. They asked me to go up and do it.
Did they?
Yeah, last minute. I did the
You
Road to the
judged
roast.
in
Yeah,
Austin.
judged,
I
yeah.
judged in Austin.
That was great.
And then they asked me to go up and do it. And I was like, you know what? I had a gig, and it's like,
Yeah.
I was like, I need money. I can't. And he was like, well, if you win, I was like, yeah, if. I wish my fucking mortgage was an if.
Yeah.
You know?
It's totally free unless you win. No appearance fee, nothing.
Yeah, I think you have to.
No, you get
No,
you get paid for each appearance.
You get it paid, but if you,
You get
win,
like
you
a SAG standard for the first
Gotcha.
two, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
the last four places get prize money.
Yeah,
Did they give you the check right at the end?
Not yet, no.
It's so
Oh,
funny.
it's
Like,
still comedy. It's still.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
yeah.
Fuck.
Unrep new faces, you got to like pay for everything to get
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
I know.
Broke faces.
She
I'm
got,
waiting for old faces. And
There's
then I'll
new
get it.
faces. She got Montreal strange voices. You know, all sorts of.
She was the only one.
I was the headliner.
It's her and Emo Phillips. Like what the fuck?
Dan Soto won it
Jeremy
the first year.
Hotz.
Yeah. Michael
All right.
Winslow host.
This is gonna be fucking-
I'm waiting for creepy faces. I'll be right in. Just mustache.
You win. I don't think you're that creepy. I think you look cool, man. Who else do we have on the show?
First time guest, we have Dean Delray.
How are you guys? Good.
How are you?
From
Thanks for having me,
from
man.
LA. You're
Yeah.
in town for a little bit. How long you been in town? Been in town
10
for
days.
what? Just
Well, I
hanging?
was on tour with Alice in Chains and it ended here in New York, and I decided to stay and do spots.
What were you doing with Alice in Chains?
Opening.
Comedy.
20 minutes of comedy and then bring them up.
I don't even get that.
Yeah, it's pretty radical.
I don't fucking even. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, it's
What's it like?
It's fucking. they don't tell anyone there's a comic. So I walk out, I look like the sound man or a roadie, you know. They're like, all right.
You had to perform for people who haven't been happy since Rooster came out in
Yeah.
1993.
Just a bunch of people looking for veins to fucking shoot into.
If you still need Alice in Chains in your life hasn't been good.
It was actually it was cool because it's a total different animal, you know, like you're in an arena like trying to fucking get it going, and eventually you do get it going, you know, but there was a couple spots that are just way too big, you know, the people are way down there, you're like, hey,
What size rooms? Like how big are the?
3,000 to 5,000.
Yeah.
But you know,
What
like,
connected you to them? Like how does
they
that?
saw me open for Artie Lang at the Nokia, and then they asked me if I wanted to do it. I was like,
So funny. I literally said that I'm on a show with all everybody has a podcast, and I literally don't have to talk the show. It's like, how big arenas? What connected you? I'm just like, that's a good question. I would ask that.
I like morning radio Finoia. Like this whole time, everything's been good. You know, I've been working out.
Here's Jared with the weather.
I can't even. I would say no to it. I mean, I give you credit because you're like, all right, fuck it, let's go. But that's too much anxiety and bombing.
Yeah.
But you're not bombing. It's out of your control. Just to me is ridiculous.
It was zero.
What are you getting
zero
from
money in the account. Zero
So you
money.
needed to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
So this is like doing colleges. Okay, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Without doing colleges or cruise ship, it was like, you want to do this, and I was like, yes. You know, this month is fucking dry.
Good
But
for you.
I had
I get
had
it.
Big J on and Florentine, and on the podcast, I had talked to them about they did it. And then it turned out it was great, except for one of them. All of them were really
Which
good.
one was bad?
Verona, New York, some fucking monster casino up there.
Oh, Turning Stone.
That's it. Yeah.
You ever do ever do comedy up there?
Granny
I have, yes.
Central.
Yeah.
It's just like a graveyard of old people.
But comedy when it's not with a rock band isn't good at a casino.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's just
I mean, all those people were given tickets. You know, they're not like Alice in Chains super fans.
Well, no, that was the problem. It was half super fans and then half people that were kind of like, yo, what's going on? So there's this one guy, he was just booing right when I walked on, just boo, boo. And finally I
You have
just...
a Hillary shirt on?
No, he was just like...
there was a guy there that just wanted to see a woman named Alice wrapped in chains.
He's just one of those guys from the 80s that thought you boo the opener, you know? And I looked at him and he was just a garbage can, so I just started unloading on him. I just thought back to Burr and Philly, and I just took that, and then I had the crowd booing him, and it turned out to be awesome. I was like, everyone boo this garbage can.
Well, just to let you know, that guy committed suicide that night.
Good?
and
His ashes
Because
are in
that's
the
what he was
humidor.
trying. He was trying to
brought
get
him
me to
in
do.
Here's his ass.
We brought him here.
We actually rolled
Talk
him
to
into
your
cigars, and we're going to smoke him after the
We're gonna
show.
boo you.
We'll smoke that booer.
Wow.
Yeah, he was the drunk booer, you know? And then after a while, he just stopped, and when I looked over, he was gone after I had the crowd boo him. He was just disappeared.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound. I thought it was them doing like. I mean, that actually, I would do that. I mean, a casino,
Yeah.
a smaller venue with fans and shit, and that I wouldn't
Great.
mind doing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Well,
mind,
we
but
did,
I'm
like-
talking like if you're doing fucking Madison or outdoor events. Fuck that.
When I
that's
heard
terrible.
Alice in Chains, I thought it was going to be way bigger venues than 3 to
Well,
5,000.
here's what's going
no,
on.
it's 2016.
I know, but still,
Yeah.
it's
well,
like,
here's
you
what's
know.
going on. They're on tour with Guns N' Roses, and then on the off weeks they headline theaters all over, like they did the Paramount in Denver, which is fantastic.
place.
Small
Fuck
venues,
yeah.
yeah. That's
yeah,
cool.
they just Cincinnati, this place I forget what it was called, right by the ballpark, another big theater.
Do they have chairs? Are people sitting?
Chairs, but then the first 5 rows
Is it like a
are
Bon Jovi
standing.
concert now, where people mostly sit in the front row?
Oh, you want them?
Oh, that sit dancing
To
is
me,
the
I
funniest
want them
thing to
sitting.
watch.
You know,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, all right, they're sitting, and the band's like, I don't like them sitting. You know, it's fucking double-edged sword.
So now, are you out there like on the bus with them? Are you torn? Are you?
Yeah, I popped on the crew bus. I had an option to fly, and after a while, I was like, fuck, flying every day. It was
Fuck
burnt.
that. Burn it
Fucking-
on the bus is
yeah,
the best.
and the crew was like, you could have the back lounge. We don't like it. I was like, fuck yeah, that's like a city with, you know, a screen and
Dude, the
cooler.
bus, the best night's sleep I ever got was
Love
when
it.
we did Tourgasm.
Yeah.
You have those little bunks.
It's
and
great.
you're just cruising on the highway. You stop in the middle of the night at a truck stop, get some chicken knuckles and some
that
some
spray
fucking-
cologne machine. The spray cologne machine. You put a quarter in.
Buy some shitty comedy album for fucking $3.
I see a couple movies I did in the bin. You know.
I love riding the bus. I was so nervous about. I've been opening up for the Impractical Jokers on their theater tour, and I was nervous about the bus. I thought I wasn't going to be able to sleep, and it's like the sound of the road just rocks you right to sleep.
It's the
fucking
best
great.
night.
I call it a submarine, man. You just you walk on, and then you wake up in another city and shower in the hotel and do a gig. Fuck that airport shit.
Dude, I've been on that even private planes. It's like a pain in the ass.
Those
You
are
get on-
claustrophobic, man.
Yeah, dude. Plus, you really can't lie down. I mean, you get in that bus. It was the best.
Yeah.
And then you get video games. You get the TV. The bus driver's always some fucking creep.
Yeah, with like an Austin City Limits
This
T-shirt
turned
on.
into the 1% comedy hour. It's just like, oh, the private plane is so beautiful. The bus, I get the whole back with the video screen.
You'll be there someday.
Hey, you know what though? The next day I was fucking doing an open mic. It does not.
Yeah,
matter.
dude. So
it does
funny.
not matter.
Buddy.
And actually, when I got to New York, we ended here. I went and did the stand, and I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, fine." You know, like after 2 weeks, I needed people in my face, you know, and I could feel laughs, and I was like, "Oh, it was unbelievable."
But there is nothing worse than at the end of something like that. I remember at the end of I did that Dane big arena tour, flying private. I remember when I had to fly home and coach. And I was waiting in line, and I was zone 3.
Turn back. I used to be somebody.
I remember they charged me for my fucking carry-on.
That's what happened.
You walk past the people that always see you in first class, and they go, with a rise there is a fall, Bobby.
It's the denouement of your career.
All right, who else we got, man?
Oh, we have roast battle champion Mike Lawrence, everybody.
Congratulations, bud.
Thanks, man.
Who the fucking here? Can you have Bill Dawes has blown me up for some fucking reason. Bill, if you're listening, go fuck yourself. What the fuck would you?
What do you leave his rollerblades here?
When you do a live, like a Facebook live, I have people that immediately call my phone and like, hey, you doing? Yeah, and you just stopped it because you're a fucking turd.
Well, he wants you to come to his premiere that he co-wrote this film in tomorrow.
Yeah, well, if you're listening now, go fuck yourself. Because I'm listening to Michael. He just tell him yes, I will.
And Esty texted you.
Esty, I'm sorry, Esty.
Esty
yes.
texted you too. Yeah.
All my did I get? Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
so Michael,
Yeah.
First of all, I remember the night we met at some fucking weird club when you first came to the city.
Yeah.
You were the new guy, and I'm sitting there.
I've been here 4 years.
Where are you from?
Well, but nobody knew you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Florida.
Florida. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm watching this roast battle. I heard about it.
Yeah.
It looked great. Like I said, they asked me to do it, and I was just like, I need to go do this gig, and I just didn't have time to. I'm not going against all these people, Jimmy Carr, you. I'm not being that guy.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm so glad when you make decisions in life,
Yeah.
and you're like, you know what? I love Montreal. I fucking love them. I love them all. I love going there. It's our only vacation together when we get to hang out and do. And it took so long. It took me 7 years to actually even get to Montreal. I didn't even do New Faces because I was fucking 19 years in the business by the time they let me go up. But now, you know what I mean?
I feel good now, man, because I'm sitting there going like, fuck.
But everybody gets there at some point.
Yeah.
It's just some people get there immediately, Dan Soda, and some people it takes a long time.
Mike
But,
Finoia.
Everybody in this room except for fucking Mike Lawrence. I never for Chris Scopa. I'm kidding. You'll get there.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
No, Deepu could be there someday and watch some of the shows they put on.
Oh, they can drive. Yes, you guys.
I got a car, Deeps. Let's go.
They got a bolt bus.
So, I called a couple people. I was like, you know what? I would have to put so much work into this, and I don't have time. I'm doing this other thing. I'm trying to. I was like, fuck it. This is a bad move. If I go there, I'm going to be filmed.
Yeah.
Taking a hot one.
But you could see the people that worked hard for it, and you could see the people who didn't right away.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
I want to get back to you in a second, but let's introduce our last guest.
Oh, that's coming.
Because this is a hot one, yeah.
Oh, that guest is a hot guest.
Second time on the
thank
show,
you.
Jared
Well,
Freid.
this is a hot topic. That
Oh,
we're gonna be on.
let's
Yeah.
get into it.
Jared, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
It's good to see you, man. Now,
Always
your
a pleasure.
podcast, I did your podcast.
We had a good time. You were great.
I'll tell you what I love about your show, bro. It's so...
Feather my nuts.
It's so, it's so well.
That's the name of Dean
produ-
Delray's album.
Feather my nuts. You can have that one right up the
That's
seam.
a good album name.
It's so well produced.
Thank you, buddy.
And so original.
Thank
and
you.
the way you run it, I was like, left that show. I was like, this is like one of the only podcasts because most podcasts are like mine. Let's turn the mic on and let's all just fucking, I get it and it's fun. But yours, you have a kind of outline.
There's a format.
There's a format that you've created, and I really love it. And
I listen to talk radio. I mean, we're from the similar area. I listen to EEI my whole life.
Right, yeah,
So I
me
love
too.
talk radio. I love when it there was no real. There's not a lot of podcasts like that.
I only listen to talk radio. My wife hates it. We get in the car and she sings every song that comes on the radio, and I'm like, "Are you fucking banging a black dude? Why? How do you know?
How do you
know this?
How do you
music?"
know Kesha? Like, what the fuck?
And she's like, "I listen to song music, and you listen to dumb talk radio."
I mean, I was listening to Cowherd on the way here. I like sports radio, so I try to create that. And we just take emails. It's called J-Train Podcast. We take emails from guys and girls and give them advice. And you were fucking awesome. You told stories. Like, people come on. Like, every question relates. Finoia's been on. And Scopo's been on. Every question relates
But
to
not
something.
me.
Well, Lauren,
Reverse Montreal.
I'm not sure.
Reverse Montreal. I can't do everything first, Mike.
I've thought about having Mike on a lot, but I don't know if he'd go like, you would just hate these people that email in.
Mike, you totally would hate everybody that calls.
Because it's a lot of like alpha
Yeah, and
dudes.
then that's the show, and it'd be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be good. You should come on. I held back because it's a lot of like alpha guys with real questions that no one would ever take them seriously on.
Right.
Yeah, your fan base.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people with like no problems at all with problems in their head.
Right.
Guys that let you call yourself J-Train.
Yeah, well, they refer to unironically, I am J-Train.
Yeah, their parents are together.
Right.
They go home
I
for
feel like
Christmas.
if Lawrence come on,
J-Trains are fueled by parent money. It's just
Yeah.
I feel like if Lawrence came on, he would have like when like people war heroes come back.
Yeah.
They have like the.
You mean I don't get to shit on everything that judged me in high school?
Yeah, no.
I love it.
Judge you. I mean, we judge you now.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, dude.
But thank you. I'm happy.
Absolutely, dude. I'm glad you're back on. So, I mean, this whole Montreal thing. First of all, this roast battle. There's two things I want to talk about today. Number one, I want to talk about the roast battle. Number two, I want to talk about comedy in L.A. And because seeing the roast battle. I guess we talk about comedy in LA first because it kind of goes into the roast battle.
Yeah.
Comedy in LA for a long time. New York was fucking stand up. You want to be a comic, you go to New York. You want to be famous, go to LA. And comedy in LA was fucking garbage. And there was implants from
What era are you talking about?
Well,
Like what year?
This was probably 10 years ago.
Right.
I would say 10 years ago. That was the assumption.
Right.
And I gotta tell you, man, I'm watching this fucking roast battle, and I see these guys at the Comedy Store, and I hold the Comedy Store responsible for some of this because there's a lot of funny motherfuckers coming out of LA now.
Yeah.
There's no longer is comedy just on the East Coast, and funny guys come here and then go there. Yeah. I really believe. I mean. I saw, Tony Hinchcliffe, who I don't know, but when he came out with that suit of armor, it's like, dude, to do that, I mean, that's a ballsy fucking move. That's a
You gotta really think highly of yourself to do that.
What, you don't like Tony?
No, he came off. I don't know. He came off horribly. I thought, like Christy, like you said, you're happy with your set. I watched it. You came off great. You had great jokes. You were funny. You brought it. You didn't back down. Like I think you can come off in losing well, even and then winning. Like I don't know.
I feel like they brought some of. I mean, it is a roasting battle.
Who's the guy who roasted Jimmy Carr? What's his name?
Earl Skakel.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't. he's fucking funny.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
him.
He was like-
I mean, he's funny and he's original. I saw his pre-roast to get to the roast battle.
He's the spirit of that. When you go to, have you ever seen it in L.A.?
I've never seen it in L.A.
Yeah.
So that's where it started,
Right.
And they have a hater section, and it's like a table that Earl sits at, and he kind of just offers commentary, and so he's kind of the lifeblood, like he's the missing ingredient of that show.
Next to the wave, he'll throw out like full, like racist or crazy comments like that.
Yeah, because the thing is, like in
it was
LA,
like the house racist, and then it became the hater
Yeah.
because of
Half
TV or whatever.
Here's the thing: half the judges in LA are too big and afraid to actually shit on the new comics.
So
and
he
so
would.
Earl, you're guaranteed to get that from him,
Right.
And he's
Well,
awesome. At it.
I mean, I saw him. I just think that the comedy in L.A.
Yeah.
And guys have come to the Skank Fest. Guys that are coming from L.A. to New York.
Oh yeah.
I'm just happy that there's this fucking now. It's like a place. There's a place to go in L.A.
Yeah, it's the store. It's the store because
I think it's more than that. I think LA has a better alternative scene than New York, and I think that's where a lot.
Really?
Of I do. Yeah.
Yeah, Meltdown and Fish Taco and UCB and all those shows.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's because you're not getting paid, and I don't think it's as prestigious to work clubs there. They're like maybe the store is an equivalent, but you get $15.
Yeah.
You can't make a living being a club comic in LA. So and there's way too many. I think there's more people there, and so they've created these alternatives. A lot of the great theme shows and stuff there out of necessity, and I think that's where they're getting their best comics.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What do you got?
I think the store. The reason the comics are great there is it's so fucking. It's brutal, man. The hazing you get when you want to become a regular there. It's I'm a paid regular there, and you don't just cruise in, start working, and be funny and get on, man. You take abuse in those halls for years, and that's how you become a great roaster or your thick skin. You go at it.
I think there's something to be said even at the Comedy Cellar. You don't just get on because you're fucking famous here.
Right.
You don't just get on. You have to. Like you're doing it Friday night.
Friday night, yeah.
Oh, dude.
You gotta.
Great,
And
man.
you just did it.
But I mean, even you at the beginning of this, did I get spots? Like you're even on edge, and you're like
Well,
I mean, like we're all on edge.
I was joking.
I know, but even for you to ask that question
I
is
get-
like
I just-
even a
I was-
yeah. You're a, sure
I
okay.
I get every.
I mean, I sit there
everything
fucking.
I want. I get.
I'm refreshing the email
I'm kidding. I
every
know.
fucking minute on Tuesday.
I'm the same way at the store.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday, I'm like, wow, I hope I get something. You know.
No, I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
But look, you got these clubs. Hey, bark or bring people, and then you get spots. There should be a hierarchy, a process
A vetting.
to earn your fucking spot.
That's how it is
and
in the store.
Yeah,
It's like,
man.
dude, I hosted here
Yeah.
for fucking years. I had to bring up everybody, and we used to do it. It was one show from 8 to 2. Which usually went to 3
Which
if
is what the
Godfrey
store
was
does
on.
now, yeah.
If Godfrey was on, I'm not even kidding. I used to have to light Godfrey's money on fire to get him off stage. I literally would stand there and light it on fire. It's like, I gotta go, you fucking cocksucker.
Oh man.
So, you grew out of that, and the hosting made you funnier, made you go up after everybody, before anybody, and learn how to be funny anywhere and in front of any crowd, big, small, shitty, great. It taught you so much to do that, and it gave me the ability to just to be on these shows with these people and not be intimidated and do my thing. And I think LA, I mean, I don't know the alternative rooms out there, but I remember, dude, I used to go out there and every asshole, dude, will you do my room? And it's like, all right, you're at some fucking donut shop in front of two
But
people.
I love that,
Yeah.
but those shows, like there's like a show on Saturdays called Good Heroin at this bookstore called Stories, and it's amazing. And it's like smart audiences. You can work new shit. Like that's the thing. There's way more rooms out there where you don't feel the pressure, and you can just work out new stuff, and I think that's what's making it a better scene.
Also, the store, you got 3 rooms. You can work all 3 without leaving, 5 feet. You can do sometimes 4 spots in a night.
Cellar has 3 rooms now, too.
I know, it's awesome.
I mean, you got the Comedy Cellar. Friday night or Saturday night, I'm doing the Comedy Cellar, the Village Underground, and then the Fat Black Pussycat Lounge, which is 3 different. The Comedy Cellar is a class. Then you get the bigger room, and then you get this little small lounge. It's 3 different vibes. And you have to perform 3 different ways, if really.
Totally.
Because the Comedy Cellar, they're right up on you. That shit's instantaneous. It's almost fucking. And then you go to the Village, and that shit's way back, and it's spread the fuck out. And then upstairs is high ceilings. Everybody's chill and comfortable, sitting in those comfy chairs. It's a harder room.
It's like the store. You got the belly room. It's a sweat box right there. Then you got the main room. It's a massive theater.
Beautiful room.
Holds 400. And then you got the original room, which is like the hardest room in America.
I used to go to, when I was in L.A., they didn't even use the fucking big room.
Yeah, the store.
They never used it. Like, they would use the belly room and then the one upstairs.
It's turned around. All the shows are sold out now every night. And a lot of the alt comics are coming over there. It's a whole different scene now. And the shows are all sold out. They're doing 2 shows.
Do you work there?
No, I'm a comedian. Well, I'm a comedian there. I'm pretty fucking proud of it, man. It's the hardest room to get past in besides the Cellar.
It's crazy. It's so fun when you go to like a city with a cool scene too. Like I did a week in Chicago and I did Laugh Factory, Zanies, and then there's a whole bunch of like good bar shows and all the young comics that are, or not even young, just Chicago comics that are doing like whatever they can get at the Factory or at Zanies. They're running and doing their own shows, and like New York, everybody's supporting them, each other's shows. And then you go to like Jacksonville, Florida. Are you from Jacksonville?
No.
Dude, do you know about that whole Comedy Zone bullshit?
Yes.
Do you know about that? The guy that owns the Comedy Zone. If you
really
want to
do
be
run
a
your
comic,
own show, don't you?
No, listen, I haven't said anything in 20 minutes.
That place is the worst.
So messed up.
That place is the worst bomb I've ever had.
No, I was just saying because you set me up like that.
If you yeah, thank you. I learned it by watching you.
It was actually good because you were like, "Do you know about?" And I was like, "No."
If you want to be a comic in Jacksonville, Florida, you have to go to the owner of the Comedy Zone and pay $200 for a mandatory 8-week comedy class that he teaches, and then he gives you the thumbs up or thumbs down. And if he thumbs up you, you can host his room. But if you work any other paid spot in like the greater Jacksonville area, he blacklists you from the room, and he like won't let you.
Yeah, but you know who I blame though? I don't blame him.
The comics.
I don't blame him. I blame the Look it.
But if you grow up like not near here, what the hell do you do?
I'll tell you what you do. Do what fucking alternative comic. Alternative comic doesn't mean alternative comedy. It's alternative places to do comedy.
And that's what I love about LA.
Of course.
I mean,
it's not
this
like,
guy like won't let you work his club if you run a room. It's terrible,
but
dude.
you can go run just like a podcast, just like anything else. As comics, we have no bosses. We have no limitations. Go find a fucking little shit place and start a Facebook page.
Of course.
And like comics, who is it in Chicago? Comics You Should Know, I think it is.
Comedian,
right?
yeah, I did that show when I was out there. It's great.
Yeah, guys,
so much fun.
These are guys that they think that you should know about, and then they do their own show, and it's sold out, and it's packed, and it's in alternative venues. It's at a bar in the basement, and it's
I think when not only when you're starting, but when you're continuing, like it's important to have places like the store or the Cellar as a base, but to keep one foot in those other rooms because there's something really vital.
Yeah,
you're seeing the most interesting comedy.
I do both rooms, and Pete Holmes was like, "It's amazing because you can do Meltdown and you can do the store," and he thought a lot of people can't do both. But I think comedy is just. If you stick to one format, you're just kind of,
you're missing a whole audience as well, too. Like last night at Jackie Cation at Whiplash is doing great, and then you run over to the stand and catch, Soda or whoever, and it's 2 totally different animals, you know?
Yeah, but it's because I kind of disagree with that. Funny's funny.
Yeah.
So and Soda does Whiplash all the time.
I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying it's 2 different.
That's what I'm saying. It's just, but people will go, "I'm not a club comic. I'm this." Another guy goes, "I'm not an alt comic. I'm this." I'm like, "I'm just a comedian."
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
Can I add something?
Yeah, please.
I've been to LA one time, and so I can't really speak so much to like that scene, but I'm somebody who's just now starting to like book actual spots at clubs. So I'm just starting to do what you guys do now.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a ton of alternate comedy rooms here that you guys just wouldn't know about because you're the club comics.
Well, it's not that we don't.
No, definitely. I know.
Mike,
I'm aware of them.
I think
You live in those,
I think
yeah.
there's a lot, dude. I hear about shows every night that like all these like Joe List and all these comics are doing. I'm like, where the fuck is it?
Yeah.
Where? And there's a ton of them. And you're right. I don't. You know why I don't fucking go to these other clubs, which I should start doing, is because on a Saturday night, if I wanted to, I could do 9 shows at the Comedy Cellar.
Of course.
And at 3 different venues, and it's all different type of vibes. But it's like
You're one of only 100 or so people that can do that.
Well, look, I understand that, but
Yeah.
I think you're right too that you should keep your foot in. You know, that's why I love the Stand.
But
Stand is kind of a big club, but they have these nights, and they let guys do their own show, and you can step in, and it's a different crowd, a different vibe, and fuck off a little bit. You know what's up?
No.
I don't care where the room is, man. I just want
What
the
are you gonna
stage
say?
time.
No, that's
I
it. You're
mean,
right, Dean.
No, but there's some place.
That's all.
I don't know. The alternative, I don't know, the Brooklyn rooms, the whatever. You know, it's. I think it's tougher to get into some of those than it is some of the clubs.
Well,
I think it's you know, it's.
Oh,
very-
God,
it's
yeah.
very clicky.
You know, it's not a clicky
incredibly
thing. It's like
clicky.
they just, you know, and the things I think what Mike is talking about a little bit, you see a lot of like propping up of people for just saying certain types of things there.
Like what?
I mean,
I don't
also
know.
you look like the villain in a movie where they're the hero.
I guess so,
but that's where
the problem.
But Jared,
Like-
I'm with you. Yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
thing.
that's the thing. I go to those rooms and it's like, oh, you're here. It's like, yeah, I just want to fucking do comedy. I
Yeah.
just want to
Why
fucking go
can't
do
I
jokes.
do it?
And it's like, you know, I don't know, those rooms that you watch some of the shit that gets away with shit there. And I think that's
No,
why.
there's definitely some of that. For
you know,
sure.
like, if you say a certain thing in
yeah,
a certain
so that's
way,
a thing,
But
isn't
that you
a
could do that here in a
punchline.
different way. You
but
could
also,
do that.
every scene has its darlings that make no sense to anybody.
I mean, that's true
That's
also.
so true, yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, The Meltdown is the most prestigious show in America, I think. I've done it twice. And that, do you agree on that?
I don't think any show is. I don't.
I think it's-
consider prestige.
Well, I'm just saying in L.A., you do it, people are like, whoa, he did Meltdown.
Yeah, but you said America.
Well, yeah, well,
like I
don't know another show where you do it and every fucking agent.
I think the only
comedy-
prestigious thing in comedy is whether or not you make a living at it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. There's 2 types of comics.
Yeah, I
Those
actually
who
I could give a fuck
Yeah.
about a show where there's an agent.
Well,
You know what I mean? I got one. I got that.
Yeah.
I've had
You got
them.
all that, though. We're talking about us.
Yeah, I
who are,
know,
like,
but
in there.
I think those shows are bad.
Yeah.
Because there's expectations.
Yeah, I remember
You
like
shouldn't have in my eyes, you shouldn't have an when you go to a room, the worst part of LA for me, the worst fucking part is every time I went to go do a fucking show, is that number one, you get bumped by some fucking rock star
Yeah.
who has 9 movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
and 45 minutes.
yeah. Oh, you know, or did you NBC's in the room tonight. Why? Al Pacino's in the room. Why?
But there's plenty of rooms
Yeah,
in LA
but-
that don't have anyone in
But
them like
you know what?
that.
That's why I love
Fish tacos.
in the
it's just
cellar. They don't get you if you're in it. You don't get to call up and go, "Hi, ST. This is blah 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 from ABC." Yeah, good. Tickets are on the fucking website.
Yeah, I
It's
love
$15
that.
a
I love
pop,
that.
two drink minimum, and
Yeah.
it's like I don't have to worry about. Man, there's not. Let me tell you something. There's been a couple times here when industry was here.
Yeah.
And there's nothing worse going up and seeing them walk out when
Oh,
your
yeah.
name is mentioned.
Yeah.
Because the person they came to see was on before
happens
you.
to me all the time. I know.
That's the one thing I hated about
I remember
LA.
I was doing a show in the OR, regular OR night, Thursday night. 2 people came in, and it was a showcase for South by Southwest. I had no idea. I'm just in the middle of the lineup. So as soon as I go on stage, they're like, he's not on the clipboard. The whole back row gets up, goes out for 10 minutes till I'm done, then comes back in. Like, they couldn't be in the room while the guy isn't on their list is on stage. You know, it was insane.
To me, it's like
I mean, that was
break.
a
this is when we can
fascinating.
smoke.
what's that?
The fascinating thing about the battles this weekend is, you know, like this is my 4th time in Montreal, and some of those industry people have never acknowledged me. And like one by one, as their clients are dropping out, and I'm still in the thing, they're like, "Oh, I guess we have to pay attention now."
Well, I think that's like the best thing about it is that like
Oh, yeah.
it's all about like did you crush?
Yeah.
And it's like that was the fun thing to watch. It's like, you know, I mean, I tweeted at you. I was like, dude, you might have ended Ralphie May's career. Like I watched the end of that and he was like literally staggering like a fucking boxer that just got hit in the face.
I tell you, when you said that last joke, I'm watching this, and when you said that, because I love Ralphie.
Yeah.
I really do. But there's guys. Here's the thing with roasting.
Yeah.
There's guys who can fucking sit right now, just fucking trash you at a table outside the Comedy Cellar. I'll fucking, just decimate you off the cuff. Fuck you. Everybody's laughing. And then there's
Not
guys,
today,
but there's guys who need 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a
There's
team of writers.
Well, you can take a writer and give them format and the way you write a roast joke, and you get a week,
Right.
and you get the people, and you can assassinate. But then you got a guy like Ralphie who is instinctually funny, who is just a funny motherfucker.
Absolutely.
And then you kind of rely on, hey, I'm just going to go out. I have these jokes, and I'm going to deliver them, but I also have my the way I do things, so I know how to do it. And it's like, shit. Keith Robinson, Keith Robinson, the fucking, I think it was the Patrice O'Neill roast, one of the roasts we did back in the day, before any of this shit existed.
Yeah.
We used to do roasts at the Boston Comedy Club, and that's where all this shit came from.
I mean, the Friars in the 70s,
Well,
Dean Martin and all that.
But that's
He's talking
where-
about mean roasting.
I'm talking about now. What we do now comes from Jeff Ross at the Boston Comedy Club with Barry Katz. That's where all this shit came from. And I remember Ben Bailey.
Yeah.
He's not back then. He wasn't. He was just Ben and whatever, nice guy, funny.
Pre-cash cab.
But pre-cash cab. But nobody thought of him as a roaster. He didn't fucking bust balls with. We were the ones. Me, Rich, Keith,
Bill Burr.
Keith Robinson, Bill, Patrice. We'd sit out in front of the Boston Comedy Club and fucking trash each other. Funniest shit ever said. Keith Robinson was one of the fastest, quickest, fucking will annihilate you, make you want to cry. I've thrown away clothes because of Keith Robinson. Right? And
You
then
should have been here last night for Will Silvins. He wore a shirt.
But-
fucking everyone was talking about.
But my point is this: is that Ben Bailey given a week, right? He went and he wrote because he's a smart guy. He's a good writer. He can come up with the way you write a roast joke. And he went up and annihilated everybody. He killed and then Keith went up and tried to wing it.
Yeah.
And it was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. And then he got so fucking on tilt, he took out a note. He took out a napkin. He wrote.
I was going to say a gun.
I remember
That's his ghost walking around.
We kept going, stretch, keep going.
Yeah.
Esty went up to get him off stage, and he was like, get off me. He yelled at Esty because he was so on tilt.
But that's what you could kind of see with yours.
Yeah.
Like you could see towards the end, it was like,
Well,
this guy's fucking pissed.
Well, because he didn't expect, you got a guy like Mike who's number one, funny, number two, fast, and you write fucking great, fast. You write great jokes.
What did it feel like in the room? What did it feel like?
That battle?
That battle. Because that was the one I was like, fuck.
So I'll take you through it. So we knew what the bracket was going to be 2 weeks out in advance.
Well, hang on, stop. Before you announce any behind-the-scenes shit, we've been down this road with you before, and I've had to delete the show. So make sure you only say what you can say.
I know.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I am.
All right,
I
good.
am.
You don't know this, but
I got you.
Mike fucking opened his mouth a long time ago. And
This all happened live, though. It's aired,
Yeah.
No, behind the scenes.
But you're right, and I am.
Okay, good.
So basically, I'll be less panicked than the phone call this time. But good.
You already know where you're going to be?
So you know what the bracket's going to be. They announced the bracket.
Oh, yeah.
It's like March Madness.
Yeah, they show that, yeah.
So you have 2 weeks to basically, you know who your first opponent's going to be, and then the way I did it was so then I get if I beat Matt Broussard, he was fucking awesome. That was my first battle. If I beat him, I get the winner between Pat and Ralphie. So I
you
can't
kind of run both those.
Pat who?
Miss Pat.
Oh, Miss Pat. She's funny too.
Yeah.
Very funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a landfill of jokes about her I will never be able to use. So after the battle that they have, so I beat Matt first, and then they're later on the show, and I know, all right, well, Ralphie won. I go up to him and I was like, and I do this with every person I've ever battled. I say, is there anything you don't want me to say? Is there anything off limits?
Really?
Absolutely.
What a nice thing.
I think that's important.
That's a risk, too. At that point, he's like, don't say anything about me being fat.
Or
what if he had said that? Would you have respected that?
Yeah, and then I would have had to work my fucking ass off.
Yeah.
But I would have done it because I think it's a show first.
Can I just say something? If we get into a battle, if I ever decide to do this one day,
Yeah.
you can't say anything about me being fat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you work.
Yeah.
And you can't say anything about my career.
Yeah.
You can't say anything about my accent.
Just do it all on this podcast
And you
instead.
can't.
It's all about the humidor only.
Yeah. And you can't say anything about
This
my.
joke's about a man in his 40s still needing to be called Bobby. Done.
There you go. Winner.
You got it.
He's so good, you cunt.
All right. Childhood. It'll come back someday. So
Was I on a bracket? You cunt? Oh, God.
You made a good choice. So I asked him, I'm like, is there anything off limits? And he goes, fuck no. He's like, you can't say anything to me worse than what TMZ already has. And I just literally went, watch me.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Did anybody ask you that, Mike? Did anybody ask you if anything?
Yeah, and I would rather not say, but yes.
Did you have
I
things
feel like
that you
Mike
didn't
is.
want?
Yeah.
You did.
I feel like you watched this whole thing in a comic book. Like,
Yeah.
watch me, and then turn the page.
Yeah.
You know, like-
So that wait a minute. So people did. So everybody's kind of doing that with each other.
Some people do, some don't. You know, I think that it's necessary. And when I helped book the one at the Stand, Roastmasters, the next one's August 9th. I always tell people to do that. Christy's done our show a bunch. Like, you should sit with your opponent. You should talk with them because ultimately it is a competition, but it's a show, and you're doing a duet. Let's go out there. The better you're both, the better your battle's going to be.
Yeah.
And so, and then I was like, is there anything you want to know about me? And he's like, nah. He's like, I got it.
So he didn't do the work.
I don't think so.
He did. We saw it.
Yeah.
He said you smell
I know.
over and over.
Yeah. And so, I mean, because, there is that risk if I say, is there anything you want me to say? Like, I mean, 3 of my 4 jokes were about divorce because I thought of it of like, okay, so I'm battling him. What can I tackle that no one else has in a roast with him? I look on his Wikipedia page, personal life section. All right, I got it.
Yeah.
Ralphie May was in a divorce in 2015, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the angle.
Can I say something? The joke that really killed me.
The last one?
No, it wasn't that one. It was the one before it where you go, she's taking half your money now.
So, that's the opener.
Why didn't she just wait
3 months?
3 months and get it all?
Yeah.
Is one of the fucking greatest
funny.
jokes.
Oh, thank you so much,
I
man.
mean, buddy, and I don't think people did the math as quick as they should have because
No.
I thought that literally should have brought down. I was on the floor. I
That
was like,
did
this-
hammer, though. That
Yeah,
hammered
it did well,
hard.
yeah.
That was the opening where it was like,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
And that's when it shifted in the room between us.
Yeah.
Because, we did interviews that day and stuff. And then, we're talking. And then when I said the word divorce for the first time in my first joke, it was like, all right, this is different now. But I also knew, that he was going to think that anything, making fun of him for being fat was hack. And that's how I built that last joke. The last joke I did was the best roast joke I've ever
What was
written.
the last one? What was
That's
the
the
last
best one.
Yeah.
What was the last one again?
He's going to tell us if
Yeah.
fucking everybody stop being a podcast host.
Yeah.
All right, I got this, you fucking cocksuckers. What do you think I'm working up to? I did the first one, and then we're
Yeah.
going to do the last one.
So, I mean...
You want to fucking chime in, Mike?
Yeah.
What was the last one?
So, it was...
Fucking 2 guys just went, what was the last one? What was the last one?
Yeah, people think it's hack to make fun of Ralphie for being fat, and then he goes, "It is," which was perfect.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, the reason I make fun of you being fat because your family's gone. I was supposed to say your friends had deserted you, but I was terrified to do this joke. Okay. It's like your family's gone. And on the tape it says, I'll just say your family's gone. Your friends deserted you, and Dat Fan beat you at Last Comic Standing. So the reason I make fun of you the reason I make fun of your weight is because it's the only thing you haven't lost.
It's a great joke.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
that was
great
like
joke.
punching King
Straight
Hippo in the stomach
Yeah.
and punch out. He's like,
And the room fucking exploded.
But what happened there, and you saw it on tape, is, and it's happened to me before. I've gotten hit so hard downstairs with Patrice or Norton and those guys, where you actually feel hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you actually, and I saw his eyes were doing
Yeah.
fucking hurt shit. Like,
Yeah.
like.
Oh, he did not see it coming.
Well, him
you know-
fighting the judges too didn't come off well. You
No.
know, like
Hang on, stop 1 second. I'm sorry. I apologize. As the producer of my show, I would like you to bring up the video of what we're fucking talking about.
Yeah.
So maybe with the fucking keyboard, the fucking mouse, the computer, the television, the internet,
Bob, easy on the humidor.
all the stuff I fucking bought, we could actually play some of these clips so we could fucking hear it.
It's
Fucking, where is Lauren?
You know what's interesting about roasting, and it was like when I was in junior high, I had like mad roasting skills that led to fights so much that I pushed it down because I knew what was going on. And as I watched these roasts, that final thing, I was thinking like, that's where the fists start flying in junior high, right?
Well,
there.
here's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Here's the thing they say with the roast. The rules are at the end you have to hug. When he fucking did that, when you said, dude, when you said he was getting mad.
Yeah, I know.
Like, did he now after was he pissed at you or
We hugged on stage. He said, "Nice job." I said, "Thank you," and I haven't seen him since.
He hasn't said anything to you.
No.
But I'm so glad I didn't do it. Here's the deal, because I probably would have done some. Look, man, if you can't write good roast jokes, you need to get somebody to help you.
Yeah. Well,
you
also-
can't just go up there with mediocre. You better make sure that shit.
I mean, you know what? Like he talked me up in the interviews, which was nice. He was like, "I know this guy's a writer for Schumer. Like, I know that he's good at this. You know, we're gonna have a fun battle." He was nice before. Like, the thing to me about it was, it was not my intention to actually hurt. My thought was, you knew what the show is.
Yeah.
Let's go out there and fucking fight.
Bobby, can you ask Mike
You
if
know.
he know did he know Ralphie before?
Hang on. Did you know Ralphie before?
I had. You're not going to see the joke on this. You have to go to the full episode.
Yeah, you got to go to episode 5.
No, it's
4.
episode 3.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is that's just a clip.
Yeah. Did you know Ralphie before this?
Yeah, so I did an episode of Kill Tony with him, and he was super nice to me. And then I judged the roast with him, and he's been.
He's a really nice guy.
No, he's a sweetheart.
Ralphie,
I
he's
I
a
have
sweet
nothing.
guy.
I have nothing against him.
Here's the problem, though. He's a sweet guy, but we're all kind of nice. But you have an ego.
Well,
Yeah.
that's where this thing. I mean, like, I like the Jeff Ross. You only roast the ones you love kind of rule. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, that's fun.
But this
you know
is
what I
not
mean?
that.
That's what I mean, though. That's
This is
why
not
it's such a
that.
This is
different.
100 grand.
Roast took on a whole different. It took on a whole different mentality.
Yeah.
I helped Jay.
Episode 3.
Yeah.
Here's a question I got for you, Bobby, and I question a lot of people with if they say like you do fat jokes, it's hacky, but when you're on a stage and we only have visual and an audience
Buddy,
doesn't
it's not.
No,
it's
it's
not.
Yeah, but
hacky.
I mean, the
No, no.
divorce with the fat.
No, but
that's
I'm
like
saying-
depth.
but
you
what
know?
I'm saying-
Like, that's what
what-
makes
what-
it not.
I'm sorry, I
happy.
cut you off.
What I'm
Sorry,
saying
Dean.
is
Dean, I really cut you off. I'm sorry.
the audience only has visual, so you have to go on visual if they don't have the insides, right?
Do you mean roasting or in all comedy?
no, in roasting, not like.
I want to tell you what you know what that fat stuff. We know what that thing he did was.
What?
A technique to switch. It's like when you go to a crowd. Sometimes when like Norton's on and he's doing edgy stuff, me and Keith we'll go down the back. We'll go oh, and all of a sudden you hear the crowd go oh. So, and every joke he does now is oh, so that you can mind fuck a
Right.
crowd. So when he did that to Mike. When he said, "Oh, yeah, I told you,"
Yeah, yeah.
that was him trying to get the crowd
Right.
against Mike,
Gotcha. Okay.
thinking that fat jokes aren't funny
Right.
when they are.
They really
I'm
are.
sorry, I'm a fat guy.
Yeah.
There's nothing funnier than a fucking great
I mean,
fat
that
joke.
was the thing about watching it. Like when Seth Rogen and Jimmy Kimmel, two mega stars, are like, yeah, but they're funny fat jokes. Like that is just like a stamp of approval on the whole fucking thing.
Jeselnik was killing it as the judge.
he was
huh?
amazing.
He's
Crushed
great,
it.
man.
I love that guy.
Because a
man.
roast also, you have to address what people are seeing.
Yeah.
You know, it is the thing of like you want to like. What my strategy is like, I like to do one look-alike joke, but I do like to get under the skin.
Can you explain that? Explain that look-alike joke. Explain that to people listening.
What do you mean?
Explain what that means. You look like what's a look?
Oh, you know, like an opening joke of like so. My second to last battle was against this Canadian guy, K. Trevor Wilson. I thought that guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He was.
Is that
fantastic.
big guy, right?
Yeah, the big guy.
He was
funny.
awesome. Yeah.
He was great. And so my first joke, is that like you look like if Mumford ate all of his sons.
That's great.
And it's like, all right, so now I tell the audience this is what you see, and then my next joke was about how he's never been in a relationship.
Okay.
So
what was that joke?
It was the closest you've been to another person is when you tried to claw off DiCaprio's face in The Revenant.
Okay. Yeah.
I love the one. Was it Appetite that said K. Trevor looks like a case for your body?
Sarah Silverman said
That was hilarious.
Can I tell you the roast joke I wrote for you?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Ralphie.
I wrote one for you because because when they asked me to do it, I knew you were in on it, and I started to think of jokes, and I was like immediately I know you were going to be you always kill, and I wrote you look like you hunt ghosts and then fuck them.
The best joke.
That was my roast. Yeah. I actually wrote that for you. Before I said no to doing the roast battle.
Metzger had my favorite ever look-alike joke about me. He's like, you look like a wizard on laundry day.
Okay, now, all right, so you ready? Hang on one second.
Yeah.
So we're going to play the clip. Go ahead.
End of every battle, we hug. Anyway, each battle is 4 jokes. And if it goes to a tie, we go to a sudden death, one joke overtime.
So bad.
Ralphie, Mike, who wants to go first?
Be ready to pause.
Full screen it, Scope.
So let's let
Full screen it and be ready to pause.
All right. Gentlemen, are we ready?
Oh, yes!
Pause it real quick.
Ralphie's.
Here's the thing. This whole Mad Max setup they put in there too. Yeah. The production of it,
It's fucking awesome.
It was great.
I have to give Comedy Central props.
Thunderdome.
Well, they didn't make it cheesy, happy, goofy, silly comedy. It was really Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Fucking
with
rough.
the doors
It had a
going
feeling.
up and smoke.
And here's the
It had
thing
a
that
vibe.
I'll give them the most. There was no censorship at all.
Really?
They let
there's
us
a lot
fucking
of,
be ourselves.
A lot
All
of
right.
stuff.
So I just want to say that visually,
It's
it was
phenomenal.
fucking perfect.
Hold on, I got one
Yeah,
question
sure.
before
Yeah,
we
man,
watch
they didn't
it.
even blot out Ralphie.
I can't really tell what it was like.
Hang on
in
one
the
second. I just got to give the first bomb bandana goes to you.
Oh, come on.
I wanted to ask you what it felt like in the room because the belly room is so electric.
Oh, yeah.
What did it feel like in there? Could you hear
It felt like that plus air conditioning.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it's
But I mean, you
definitely-
could feel the crowd?
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
All right, let's go. Ready? Yep.
Yeah.
Going through a divorce, it says a lot that your wife would rather take half your money now when she could just wait 3 months to get all of it.
I mean,
The sound effects.
It's one of my favorite roast jokes
Thank
of
you,
all
man.
time.
That means a lot.
It's just because the fucking that he's dead without saying you're dead it's so fun. I love jokes you have to do the math on and just a dead and I literally pictured her throwing money in the air over a huge casket.
how's it going? People don't know Mike is a second-generation shitty comic. He's comedy royalty, and by that, he smells like Prince does now.
Stop.
Is your family a comic?
My mom is.
Can
I didn't know.
Can we fix this joke now? It's just the
That was the
he
first
did a
joke.
dead joke.
Yeah.
Right after your great dead joke.
Yeah.
I would have. I don't know if I get it.
Yeah,
So
I
calling
will say
audible at
it
the line of
is
scrimmage,
It
man,
is tough
you know?
to switch out because
Yeah.
the fucking pressure you're under. Yeah.
I mean, dude, I couldn't imagine. First of all, you
Yeah.
take that hit and you're like, fucking, oh shit, that was a good one. But this joke, I don't know. I was like, because Ralphie's a funny.
Oh, he's one of the funniest comics in the world. That's the
It's
thing.
hilarious,
Like,
but he's also a great ball buster.
Yeah.
I've heard him on radio. I've been in a room with him. He's very fast.
I'm never gonna have the stand-up career that guy does. Doing 2 hours of like new fucking material every year. He's phenomenal. I have nothing but respect.
No. Yeah, I know.
It's a different animal,
We don't have to
man.
jerk him off. I get it. We all love fucking Ralphie.
completely
But
different
Ralphie, if
animal.
you're
It is a different
listening,
animal.
Ralphie, if you're listening, we love you. We get it. It's not
This
that.
was a guy who worked out to go to the beach and someone that
This
did
is
the
it.
week before. You know, like
This is
that's
just throwing
the difference.
knuckleballs, you know?
Yeah.
But that joke is not. It's like, dude, who fucking? Who said yeah?
Yeah.
You smell like it's almost too wordy.
Yeah.
He was running that by someone, and he was just like, all right, I guess you could do it.
I think it's all circumstantial though too. Like I think it just like I think that although I love the joke writers that are really stellar joke writers,
Yeah.
I think that's super important.
Yeah.
I think that's really important.
Yeah, you got
that's it. That's
your
it.
Eskimo kissing the fucking mic.
You got to. I'm
That's so
sorry.
adorable.
But I think that performance too is so important, and I think that I don't even think it was. I think his joke, maybe if he did it first, if he did it later, and if his ego maybe wasn't bruised, it would have been different.
Yeah, maybe it is something like that. You know,
I
maybe
think it
because
got in his head.
Well, if you hear a joke that good right at the top, and you know what you already have, you could be like, "Fuck."
Yeah,
that's his first joke. You know what I mean?
And the way that you're supposed, like, the first and the last joke are the
That's
most
what I'm
important.
saying.
Of course.
You know-
Even more than in a set.
You know you're gonna come with something at the
Yeah.
end that's
You
gonna
have
be
4.
fucking bam.
Yeah.
You got to. That first joke has to fucking annihilate.
Yeah.
And I think you have less people that just go, dude, that's great.
Yeah.
Than he does. Because if he told me that joke, I'd be like, nah. I'd be like, don't open with that. Save
Yeah.
that for the middle, or if you need another joke, because it's not. I don't think it's that funny.
Mike, Mike has more people that will tell him it's not good though too.
That's what I
Like,
said.
Yeah.
I just said
I
that.
thought you meant
He's
like
probably
a
getting a lot
host
of
number
gratuity,
two.
you know?
I am.
Jared, host 2.
I thought you were saying that you would say that to him, but you're not on his payroll.
Dude,
you
I
know,
was-
like you're not getting
No,
fucking opening for him. You
It's,
know?
it's a valid point I
Yeah.
just made before you said it.
I mean,
No, I think I made a great point about your point.
I mean, I could just say, like, the amount of conversations I ruined to win this thing. Like, at the festival, just going up to people, I'm like, hey, can you listen to this? Like, you know, because you're
You
doing...
gotta.
But here's the thing. You're doing jokes that you've never said on stage on fucking television.
Well, you're a workhorse, too, Mike. You're not going to go up and just
yeah.
wing it. You know, you're
The
writing jokes fucking constantly.
The cool kids are fat and bald. And
Yeah,
the
cool.
nerds are fucking millionaires. The nerds, all the kids that did the work and did the shit, went to got jobs, and they got retirement and fucking pensions. And the fucking cool badass dude is living in his mom's basement, worrying about his future. And this is that instance. You know,
Mike Lawrence, everybody.
You know, what a rock, all rock stars. This is my theory. All rock stars. You know what they are? Fucking nerds. They're nerds who went to music class and fucking band and whatever, and then all of a sudden grew their hair, played rock and roll, and they get all the pussy and all the shit and all the jocks
Well,
are
even in
fucking
the-
teaching Pop Warner somewhere.
You look like what we end up valuing, like, in the span of history, and it's like, no one remembers who was in Shakespeare's plays, but we still honor the guy that wrote them.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
And I just wanted to always give that speech, and it meant nothing, so I just thank you for listening.
Yeah,
It really went. It really went. Thank you for allowing me on my show.
Jump out the window after
Here's
that.
a good part to put that.
Mike had like a 10 times more poignant thing.
Yeah, but he's a better writer than me.
Yeah, that was Shakespeare.
That's what we're talking about.
I got first place in poignancy battle.
there it is.
Politicians need to be more accountable to their crimes.
I just think that this joke, if he says first of all, he says you're a, what did he say? What was the opening line on his joke?
You're a second generation shitty comic. I thought that was funny.
Which is that when he said that, I was like, that is a fucking great line.
It's awesome.
But
Took two premises.
Yeah, well, the subject and the predicate were totally different.
you should have just went to your mom.
Yeah.
Just went to. Is your mom still alive?
Yeah.
Okay. Is she still?
And even if she wasn't, then you definitely go to the mom.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Now we're inside the mind of a maniac.
You could have went to his mom, having the same facial hair.
And if she died of cancer, you go even deeper.
That was the thing. The Road to Roast Battle show. You know, you did the one in Austin. I did the one in New York against very funny comic Scott Chaplin. And I did a joke about his dead dad, and his dad was a police captain, and Scott was saying, like, he got text from, like, like Jersey cops, like we got to do something about this, and he's like, no, they're jokes.
Right, yeah.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Back to the junior high thing. It was capping, and everything ended with your mom. You know, and then it was fist on. You know.
Well, it's not you roast the ones you love. It's the you roast the ones that you fucking don't know.
Are lined up against.
Who gives a shit? Because I want that money. And
Yeah.
I want to be the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Roasting is changed now.
Yeah.
I will say the whole competition, I got so much closer to the people there over the, like the guy that I battled in the first round, Matt Broussard, is a guy I didn't really know, but like when I battled him, when I found out I was battling him, we talked on the phone for an hour.
Right.
We hung out in Montreal. We became friends. When he lost, he texted, he's like, I hope you win the whole thing. He texted me, congratulations. You get closer because you're thinking about that person so much.
Yeah. And
Do you have any? Oh, I'm sorry, Bobby.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
Can you ask Mike? Do you
Just
have any?
go ahead and ask him.
Do you have any roaster? Did you like when you like? I mean, obviously you're so into this. Do you have any favorites that you go back and watch from like roasts past? You know what I mean? Do you have any like favorite roasters?
Inside the actor's studio.
Inside the roaster's brain. No, really.
Let me punch that up for you.
You know what I mean? Like I love watching. I mean, Geraldo is a way better comic than he. But I mean, I fucking love. I helped Jay write his roast jokes about everybody else for Jay's roast, and I just watched Geraldo over and over and over, and I was like, if he's a 10, if I could be a 6, I'd be happy. You know what I mean?
I mean, different people have different style. Like, I mean, Gilbert Gottfried is fucking amazing, but no one else can do what he does.
Nobody.
Right.
Yeah, but here's a perfect guy who does personality.
Yeah.
It's not really the joke, the actual format of the joke, or the structure of the joke he's saying that's great. It's Gilbert doing it his way. So it's a good joke, but actually, and that's what Ralphie, I think, was relying on, is Ralphie's such a massive presence on stage, and I don't know if that's not a fat joke. That he was relying that this shit would probably work at his crowds or on radio, blah blah blah. Where and you came in.
I think it's like Gilbert doing it his way. It's like Gilbert doing.
Yeah.
You know.
I see some of that.
I just said that.
Yeah.
I just. I know.
I see some of that in Christy. Like I think you could be that kind of Gilbert.
Yeah. What, her?
Yeah. Her style of roasting and all that is very unique.
All right, let's go to this last one. I want to hear this. I want to bring up your roast stuff. Okay. Stop right now.
We're only on the second one.
Did you know right then that you got it? Because you had your head down in this humble bow, like some Japanese fucking ninja, honoring the guy.
Up with the head.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
People love Ralphie mainly because he breaks through walls to give them Kool-Aid.
That's great. That's killer.
Pause that. It's a great. I mean, listen, man. This is why it's a great. Yes, have we heard that before? But here's the thing. There's no fat on that joke.
Nothing.
No, that's
yeah.
Remember, last week we did the you know what, dude, on Opie's channel. We had Colin Hay from Men at Work.
Oh yeah.
And I
No
remember
shit. That's cool.
He actually did. He told the story about the guy who died from the stingray. What's his name?
Oh yeah.
Steve Irwin.
And another guy the next day.
Would it be amazing if his name was Ray?
Steve Ray.
The next day. The next day, another guy died from stingray.
Oh, really?
It was weird. And he brought it up. It was weird. He just brought up these facts, and we're like, okay. Then he was talking about a little while later about his friend who died, the other guy in Men at Work, and someone said, "How'd he die?" And I went, "Stingray." But, dude, it was
no.
But if it was so funny. But if I had added one more word, he would have fucking beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been funny. What is a guy with a stingray?
Yeah.
It would have been fuck.
Yeah.
And that's these jokes.
They're equations.
Exactly. Yeah.
It is.
They really are. They really are.
If you added one more word to that, it would have been a fucking shitty, hacky.
Yeah. It's like you run them by so many people, you get it perfect.
You do. Not everybody.
Yeah.
It's like when you're doing a regular joke and it's too wordy and you go, it's not working anymore because you're just fucking too wordy. You just start slicing it back.
Yeah. So all right, go ahead. Let's hear Ralphie's retort.
At this point, you knew you had it.
Mike, I'm not saying you're retarded, but when you eat a girl out, it's called going down syndrome.
funny.
Okay, here it is. Here's
You know
here-
the rough.
All right, stop. It's
Try to be polite, Bob.
No, I'm just saying that it's not a finals in the roast battle joke.
Yeah.
I mean, when you going down syndrome, it's a word play.
But the momentum.
But
of
even
the
look
room
at the
point.
face. Like,
Let's
look
be
at
honest,
that's
that
actual
joke
anger.
sucked.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
mad.
that joke
You can-
sucked.
Yeah.
But the momentum of the room. I mean, everyone. You just got a huge gunshot.
He literally
So,
would have
you
had
know.
to. Yeah, I mean, he had to slaughtered in order to.
But you can't look. I don't think. But you don't know what Mike's coming out with. So the people that he fought, that would have been a fine joke. You don't know this cocksucker is a gunslinger. You know what I mean? You don't
That's
know.
what's weird about winning is that, like, my biggest advantage has always been, like, no matter what I've done, like, people always underestimate me. Like, just based on how I look and shit like that. Like, this fucking bum. And, I mean, now, like, that's gone.
Yeah.
Which was one of my better
And
weapons.
I guarantee if they went at it again next year, this motherfucker would do his homework.
All year.
and come out
yeah.
swinging.
All year.
I mean, if they do an extra, you got to do it. You got to defend the crown, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, so let's hear this next joke.
Toughest part of Ralphie's divorce was getting the ring off his finger.
Dude, there's no fat.
Yeah.
The hardest part of Ralphie's divorce is getting the ring off his finger. There's no fat.
Yeah, the word
And
economy is great on that, man.
God. All right, go ahead.
Told you.
Mike reminds me of Pepe Le Pew from the Looney Tunes cartoons. He smells like shit and he's rapey as
I actually think that's a good joke.
It's funny.
I like that joke. I thought that was pretty good. And then he comes out with this Fabrice,
Yeah.
which I thought was funny.
I also like that he clarified Looney Tunes cartoons. Like,
Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew from the hit ABC show Scandal. You know? Oh, Looney Tunes, thank you.
Well, because if you don't, there's a lot of kids that don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck Looney Tunes. They don't
Yeah.
play Looney Tunes anymore. You know, Pepe Le Pew.
Hey, Pepe Le Pew pretends to be French, and they're in Montreal, a whole city that does that.
I got it.
Last joke.
I am battling an angry cloud.
I didn't understand this. What is this? Stop. What?
Oh, yeah.
He
Stop.
said it was Febreze. Like, I guess because he smells.
Oh, that's when he sprayed the Febreze, and you
Yeah.
called him an angry cloud.
Yeah. That was just a riff. But
I
yeah.
actually did like the Febreze. I thought that he
That's
pulled
funny.
that out. I
Yeah,
thought it
yeah.
was
But him
fucking-
taking it out right then, like,
Yeah.
only offers you another riff.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know, like that's.
Oh, yeah.
He's so on his heels at this point, though.
Yeah.
This roast battle's been brought to you by Febreze. You stinking
Here's the
mother-
here's the problem with this joke. You
Yeah.
know, is that you can't. Nobody can smell you.
That's
Yeah.
what I was saying.
Nobody knows that you have a reputation for stinking.
I think you look at me, and it's a
I'm saying,
believable
I'm-
premise.
I'm next to him. I didn't smell at all. That's
Well,
why
that's-
the first thing I was like, Mike's sitting
He
next
has
to
the
me.
money. He showered.
But that's the thing. The only,
He did an Ozzy Osbourne first thing he
Comedy
bought was a
Central
bottle
got
of
the
cologne.
fucking nice room.
yeah, dude, he smelled on Monday.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, go ahead.
The fog just makes you look more like the iceberg that sunk the Titanic.
He's just.
That's great.
Is that just a riff?
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
Is
he
that
gets
just a riff?
two?
How did I know he was going to bring Febreze?
I don't know.
No, that was a
maybe-
riff. Yeah.
All right. Well, so fucking don't make me look like an asshole. All right, the roast is over, fucking dickhead.
That's a rebuttal. That's a rebuttal. It's fine. Go ahead, Mike.
Look, Ralphie, I know you think
Here it
it's
is.
hack to make fun of you for being fat, but here's the thing.
It is.
Your family's gone.
Your family, just remember that. There's two things that he did. You can tell he's on tilt. This is when I was like, oh boy. And I was hoping you didn't have what you had in the. I was hoping you weren't going to pull shoot both chambers.
Yeah.
Because he went. Oh, he gets two. So
Yeah.
now he's kind of going to the judges on a roast battle. Dude,
Yeah.
this isn't the NBA Finals.
Yeah,
Also, to imagine, like, the feeling of this joke is Mortal Kombat, where the skies get dark and the fatality is about to happen.
Buddy, I was really
Yeah.
to bring it on. I brought it on an alpha male level, but yeah, to a nerd, fucking right,
Yeah.
dude, right. And then he goes, he gets two,
Yeah.
and then
But you knew it was coming. You put your finger up. You're like,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like, oh,
But
But
then-
it
but
really
then-
wasn't two because he did the Febreze.
it was
Yeah.
a rebuttal.
Which was,
It was
yeah,
a rebuttal.
exactly.
No, he's on
Yeah.
tilt, and then he goes, I know it's hacked, fat jokes. It is. He's trying to mind fuck
I'm
everybody.
glad he did that though. Yeah.
You are, but he was like, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like, first of all, dude, if I'm going in it and I'm not as fat as him, I know I'm gonna get fucking smashed on my tits, fat. Fucking my wife's gonna be dragged in. I know what's gonna happen. So it's not.
That's why you said I don't think I want to do that.
No. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't be able to. I would have done this. I would have lost because I wouldn't have the time to prepare, and the work that goes into this is fucking astronomical.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Your family deserted you, and Dat Fan beat you on Last Comic Standing. The reason I make fun of your weight is because it's the only thing you haven't lost.
I think you said it better there than how you wrote it, because it's shorter.
Yeah.
Because you wrote it with 3 things, right?
No, it was 3 things we paused.
We
I
paused
got
it.
you.
You saw it.
Yeah.
It's fun. I mean, dude.
Yeah, it's
and then
powerful.
here's the thing, though. They had this fucking sound effects of a machine gun, and then the crowd, dude. And then you see his face.
But you see, like the
Did you see his face though?
We haven't yet. So they're like.
Wow. Oh.
Just like a
All right, no problem.
No problem.
He threw the Febreze bottle.
Let's do this. Mike is so stinky, he makes onions cry. His breath smells like his favorite hobby is sucking horse cock.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
The wheels came off. The wheels.
Stop. He did a fucking act out. We got it.
That's when Gene the dancing machine comes out and they grab him with a
we know horse cock
Give it
sucking
up, you
noises.
lost.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal.
He started just rattling, dude. That was like that's like when Godzilla was coming in and there was just fire and everything.
Oh my God,
dude, sucking your breath stinks.
Yeah,
you suck dick. Your breath stinks
onions.
again.
Smell like dead Prince.
Yeah, I think the other thing you see, like you see Jimmy Kimmel fucking die laughing at that. Like these late night show hosts are almost like presidential candidates. You know, like to look at like a guy like that fucking dying at a joke that's so fucking brutal,
buddy.
I think that like adds to the whole. I was just watching on TV. You're just like, fuck, he's done.
Here's what you do when that happens. You fucking get on your knees and you bow. And you
go down gracefully.
You literally take fucking Don Corleone's hand and you kiss him. Good job. I'm not kidding. You fucking you have to.
You know what? The funny thing is, like, I had 3 other battles in that competition.
That's what. Yeah, sorry.
And that's the only one anyone talks about. Because it's like when you, like, the one with Broussard, like, he was great. Kay Trevor, Sarah Tiana.
Yeah.
And we were, like, back and forth.
Yeah.
This is the one people are interested in.
The Kay Trevor one is spectacular.
Yeah, he's
the
phenomenal.
joke writing between the 2 guys was mind-boggling.
I easily could have won
That's
that.
why I like Tony what's his name? Hinchcliffe?
Yeah.
Hinchcliffe. I liked it because the guy had some good ones against him, and he laughed.
Yeah.
You could tell he was like that.
Trevor, he's the sweetest guy in the world.
But he had he laughed at the jokes, and he thought they were funny. He walked out in a suit of armor. He's not taking himself so serious. I think his personality, I understand what you're saying. Like
him against Norman was a little not that way though.
Oh, really?
Him against Norman, you were like, there was like, you could tell there was animosity.
Oh, that was Shadow versus Fog.
It was like.
Was it really?
It was.
I mean, they're so identical. It was I mean, that was a fascinating matchup to me.
And you're watching, and it was like, and he didn't do that with him. You could tell that there was a relationship before with the other guy, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, both of L.A.
Oh, I did not know that. Because I saw him laugh. I watched this episode, or whatever the hell was on the comedy thing, and he was getting kind of smashed, and he was laughing. So I thought it was that's when I like this shit, when the other guy who's getting smashed.
He's into it. Well, that's why people are talking to you about this one, because you can tell he's fucking angry.
Yeah, he threw Febreze.
Yeah.
When you see a fat guy throw Febreze,
at the end, at the end, to be like, okay, now we're playing. Like, no, you've been playing the whole fucking time. Like,
yeah, it was a fucking.
That was a pretty sad ending.
People like Ralphie and people like Jimmy Carr, I think it's a disadvantage to be kind of the bigger name in a battle. I think the
I
underdog.
believe that too.
Totally.
I
That's a
believe
good
that
point,
too.
sweetie.
100%.
Absolutely.
That hurt Jimmy versus Earl for sure.
Because you guys got nothing to lose, man. It's
Exactly.
it's all
Yeah.
to gain. You're on TV, and you made it that far.
And
you
Jimmy
know?
Carr, though, laughed at the good ones. That's why I love Jimmy Carr.
He was
When he
very
got
great.
slammed by that guy.
Can I
What's his
say,
name?
Earl.
Earl.
Skeet
He got fucking slammed, and his first of all, Jimmy Carr's laugh is hilarious.
I just
Whatever
say,
the-
like, he was the sweetest guy. Like, the day of the finals, he took me out to dinner. He fucking, like,
He's the
listened to my
greatest guy
jokes.
ever.
He took a picture that he put on Twitter. He was like, a great joke writer won this, you know.
He is one of the nicest human
He was
beings,
sweet, man.
and he is and that's what bugged me about the judges. What are you doing? We can hear that. Pause it.
Yeah.
I'm
But
waiting
he
to
said
go.
to me, he was like, if it can't be me, it's you. And that was fucking, you know.
Well, you know what here's the thing
That
with
meant a
him.
lot
though.
to me.
What bugged me about that is they go, "You're holding a clipboard." Okay, fucking Jimmy and non-stand-up comic. What's
He
his-
used to be Seth Rogen.
Okay, but it's like, dude, it's Jimmy Carr. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Know your
Yeah.
fucking comedians. Jimmy, you're reading it. Yeah, that's what Jimmy does in his fucking hour show, new one that he writes every year and does a tour in fucking London. Never has to show his face in this fucking country because he's a multimillionaire
Yeah.
from writing great jokes and performing them, and that's his thing. It's
Yeah.
like asking fucking Judy Tenuto to not fucking bring her stupid accordion or whatever her on stage. It's her
Yeah.
thing. It's his thing, and that kind of bugged me that they didn't, because I think he won that roast battle. To be honest with you,
I think he beat Earl.
I think Jimmy won.
Yeah.
but they took it away because of his fucking clipboard. That's his thing.
I mean,
Judy Tenuto.
likability.
Does anyone know who that is?
That's the thing, like.
Who's Judy Tenuto? Should I know who that is?
Yeah, she's that chick that used to
She's
have
like-
the accordion. She'd have like crazy.
All
one-
the
He
weird
did like a
comic from
Pepe,
the 80s.
he did like a Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, when you were doing
thing.
fucking field hockey.
Get the sport right. It's lacrosse.
No, actually, the
Lacrosse.
joke was that you're abroad
Oh,
and you're
I
doing
am.
field
Sorry.
hockey. It was a fucking you're a little queen joke
Oh,
mixed
okay.
in with sports. I mixed the two.
Lacrosse.
That's good.
Yeah, thanks.
It's like when
I
Mike
love that
does
you didn't get
the
it.
depth,
Though.
but no,
You made my joke even better. Dude, I fucking played football. Get it right. All right, so here, first of all, can somebody talk? Can we first get eyebrows for Jeff Ross if there's a season 2? All right, and put the wig back on because I'm getting sick of him stealing my look. He looks. I mean, Jesus Christ, I love Jeff, but goddamn. He has a face made for a fucking cave.
I think it's nice that a burn victim does a roast show.
I don't even get. Is he dying?
He's-
Has anybody asked him if he's okay? I mean, is this?
Seems all right to me.
Is this a final wish?
He's not getting skinny, so.
Yeah, but he's skinnier than me, which bugs me because he's always been my fucking fat barometer. Like as long as I'm not as fat as that fucking guy,
Oh,
I'm
no.
And now
Jeez.
I saw. I'm fucked because I saw the show and
Hey, I thought you told me if season 2 happened, they were going to make you lose weight. Bam Bam.
I actually made them write new stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you told me that on my podcast.
Yep.
You're like, I'm fucked. If season 2 happens, I got to lose weight.
I was supposed to lose weight,
And
you know what?
just said, fuck you, I'm not?
No, I actually am an addict, and the core of who I am is crying for help. And the only way I get that is by pizza and carbohydrates and sugars. So I didn't do it. The devil inside me did it.
Oh,
So I'm
that's
sorry.
in the role?
Sorry, Dean.
That's in the role?
Any more
No,
questions?
That's me.
Oh, that's you.
Bobby, what if the devil inside you has Christy's voice?
Yeah.
Just one more piece of cake.
I've been there, Bobby. You don't have to tell me, man.
It's a
Candy's
fucking-
my fucking demon.
star.
I would love if you talk about your addiction to like candy in front of the Alice in Chains members who buried their lead singer.
I did tell him, man. It was torture to be on that tour because when you're in those green rooms, and one side is just pies and fucking M&Ms and cookies.
It's so hard to not eat shitty on the road,
fucking
man.
brutal.
Oh, yeah,
And then they go, "Oh, there's your stuff over there," and it's like 2 carrot sticks and a fucking pomegranate.
We did 8 shows this weekend with the Impractical Jokers, 4 at
We
Hampton
get it.
Beach,
You're
and
fucking.
then 4
We get
at
it.
Foxwoods.
You're on
Is
the
that
road.
more
Every
radio
single
voice?
time, every single time you walk backstage.
I get it.
If you want to
Cookies,
experience
hold
live
on.
entertainment, go see the Impractical Jokers.
Mike,
True TV every Monday Monday night at 9.
I am writing for the show too.
You just,
so, stay tuned
just
for
say on the
season
road.
6.
We're comics. We're not fucking. We're not.
No, because then you go to some shows and there's shit backstage. But I'm
Well-
talking these big theater, like there's literally just fucking cookies after cake after whatever, and they hand you menus.
I
and
think
it's like,
I'll tell you. Can I be honest?
impossible to
you're
eat
right. The
healthy.
road thing is tough.
Brutal.
But I'll tell you this: being on the road alone, because when I flew into San Antonio and the MC, Mike, great kid, little fatty. Just like me,
Little
picks me
fatty.
up, and then
Let's go get
I try to stump him, and I go. He goes, "What do you want for food?" And I go, "We're literally in Mexico almost." And I go Hawaiian, just to stump the fatty. And 10 minutes later, I walk into a restaurant. And lady goes, "Aloha."
That's great.
What is Hawaiian anyway? Just a pig with fucking
Nah, dude,
fruit?
it's fucking loco moco, my friend.
What?
Two hamburgers,
good?
2 hamburgers over white rice with gravy, fried eggs, and a side of macaroni salad.
How old are you, Bobby?
Yeah.
I'm fucking 45. What do you think?
No, I'm just saying, man.
Plus, there's no one there to look at you and be like, "What the fuck are you?"
Oh, there
eating?"
is. There's a bunch of flat back Hawaiians looking at me eating the same thing.
Well,
Yeah, a
they
bunch of
can't say it to you.
Samoans. Fucking
It's not your wife being like, "What the fuck is going on?" You know,
Well,
that's
it's hard.
The
I'll
problem.
tell you it is, man. This weekend was I ate a lot of shit because number one, I'm on the road with this guy, and he's. Where do you want to go to eat? And I got the greatest Mexican restaurant in the world. I went to a Mexican restaurant where there was more Mexicans eating than working.
Wow.
That's big.
Wow, that's a good
I've
spot.
never-
authentic. Yeah,
that's
it's
a
great
good
food.
spot.
I bet.
That-
Well, I tell you,
that
when
pisses
Trump
some
becomes
people off.
president, that'll never happen again.
Yeah.
There'll be a wall between the
That
kitchen.
That place will be out of business.
It was so good, and then it's like for lunch, and I fucking ate, and then I'm in the hotel room. There's room service. Hey, I'll have a turkey club. What does that come with? Homemade potato chips. Send it on up.
And you eat it laying down.
Yeah.
I've been
Gotta go
trying
on
to
a
get.
schedule.
I've been trying to
Gotta go
get
on a
green
schedule.
beans as a side for 2 months now. You got green beans? Nope. We got chips or fucking fries.
Buddy,
like,
I
fuck.
can't. This is
Well,
the
I'm the
worst one I've ever been. This is the worst addiction I've ever had.
Yeah.
I said it. I was talking about it. I'm trying to. The first 25 minutes of my set is just talking about the fucking pain I'm in.
Yeah.
And people, I just, I don't even get it. It's like, this is the worst. I quit drugs and alcohol 30 years ago, but there's no fat fuck jail. There's no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I went to
yeah.
jail, and
Yeah.
there's no prison. You know what I mean? I can just do whatever I want, and nobody's coming in, and I'm not getting arrested. You can eat and drive.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
There's-
There's no rock bottom except for death or diabetes.
The rock bottom, because you guys all talk behind my back. I mean, it's true, and I'm not saying you guys are assholes, but everybody's, you see Bobby, you see this out in L.A. Hey, Bob Kelly, blah blah blah.
No,
And
they
it's-
don't. They
but-
don't say that stuff.
Oh, okay. I was just checking.
He's like, no one talks about you in L.A., and then you're insecure for different reasons.
Yeah.
They don't talk about me.
But it's true. It's you noticed. I'm still fucking. It's terrible. The eating on the Mike. You're a fucking a chubby dude. You've always been fucking.
I've gotten fat. The thing is, I associate skinny with poverty, because the worst period of my life, I was the skinniest, and now I'm married, and I'm the happiest I've ever been, and so.
But you can. But here, that's the problem with the road.
Yeah.
I can fuck. There was a point where I couldn't get room service. I couldn't go to a restaurant. I had to eat at the club.
Yep.
I had to, have
Fast
the free
food,
free breakfast at the hotel.
Totally.
Because I didn't have the money. I can order whatever the fuck I want.
And also, the safest thing to eat on the road is sometimes the shittiest thing. You know what I mean? You're probably not going to get
Meat.
sick from a hamburger or
Yeah.
a fucking bacon cheeseburger, but if you go getting some salad with weird shit on it, chances are it's going to be from some weird place on the road that nobody goes to. So you go through a Burger King or a McDonald's, it's the same everywhere. So it's going to be
It's
good.
the toughest thing in the entire world. I lost 50 pounds after my freshman year of college. Came back, no one recognized me, different person, on a schedule. And, that fucking shit eats away at your head. Because you're thinking about, oh, my God, I'm off the... what you're saying with, we went to the Mexican place, then came back, and I ate again. Once it's off the rails and you're going down the hill, it goes all the way down the fucking hill. And then you're like, what the fuck have I just done? It feels like you just killed somebody in a rage.
I'm
completely obsessed with food.
I woke up in one of the mornings and I felt shame. Like one of the, I felt like I did something sexual. Like something, you know what I mean? No, seriously.
I would wake up and eat candy. Like straight up, wake up and eat a bag of Swedish fish. Just fucking, and then just feel terrible, sick. Like, ugh.
It's that like, why'd I just fucking do that?
It's so fucking 9 years old.
But why you're doing it, man? I'm telling you,
dopamine.
I do these fucking shows, and okay, it's great, we're having fun, blah, blah, and then I'm at this restaurant, and they're bringing me this fucking, pig cheek taco skin that only is made in this restaurant by this, and I'm like, well, it's almost an honor.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
I can't disrespect them.
I have to do it.
Like,
Let me eat your garbage.
And then they're like, dude, the queso, what is that? Oh, it's just cheese with sauce. Well, let's get that. And
we know it's illegal to put a cake in a deep fryer, but for you, sir.
I went to the Alamo
this
Draft
one
House.
time.
Have you been to Alamo Draft House?
Oh, it's fucking amazing. The movie theater.
Okay, you go to this movie theater, and you basically, they have waiters and waitresses. They have this amazing menu, and then you write down on a piece of paper what you want, and a guy will come and then bring you queso dip.
The theaters have
with cheese.
tables. Yeah.
Okay.
What city?
Hamburg. They're all
Austin.
over. They're everywhere. They're here. There's one in Yonkers.
They started in Austin, though. Yeah.
Yeah. They brought me a chocolate shake with cookie in it, and a fucking hamburger, freshly cooked, and I know because it wasn't even, and it was French fries. I mean, to your seat while I'm watching fucking Star Trek. I don't know if there's a better thing in my life right now than what happened to me on fucking Sunday night in San Antonio, having a hamburger, queso dip, a fucking chocolate shake, watching Star Trek.
How was the movie?
It was fucking great.
And how was the milkshake?
It was even better.
Yeah.
Do you ever get your blood done or anything like that, or are you scared to death to do it?
Buddy, let me tell you, I ate so much this weekend. I swear to God, my toes felt wet. Like, I've said this before. I felt wet. Like, I'm going to I have to. There's just no way around it.
Have you always struggled with it?
I love you.
God, you should have a job delivering bad news to people.
I've always here's the deal. Can you please just tell me?
You defaulted on your mortgage.
Just say your mother died. Your mother just died.
Your mother just died.
Oh, I don't even care. I want my dad to die.
Say have a salad.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe you need Christy to deliver the,
What do you think about the hypnosis?
Let me ask you a question. Do you have a problem with food? Do you just?
No, and I'm not trying to lose any weight. I'm healthy, but I like being like a bigger. I love my size.
You're not bigger.
Here's the thing. Some people own it, and I was at the point. I was at the point I think last year or a year and a half ago where I was big, but it wasn't a health risk.
But you just want to be comfortable in your clothes. That's
right,
like there's different goals.
No, but you're a father and all that other shit. You think about a million things, and you're so hard on yourself.
Well, no, it's just I know that it's not healthy. You shouldn't feel shame the next day when you're doing something and you're doing it because you're for addictive reasons. When you're trying to hide something, or you feel sad and lonely. Like it was either drugs and alcohol, and then it was sex. And now it's food. I never dealt with the fucking other thing. I never dealt with it. I just switched it.
Well, so much of it too is that thought of like, I deserve this, like, which goes both positively and negatively. Like during like the last 2 weeks and the fucking pressure of it, I ate the worst I ever have. Like, I was just because I was panicking.
I mean,
like,
imagine how bad Ralphie ate after that set.
Yeah, you think you ate?
I mean, my God.
I just say like,
what restaurant did he close down that night?
The last 2 days, like
Montreal.
He closed down the whole city.
After that,
he's coming.
Dude, after that and before
There's
final,
a Brazilian steakhouse out of business right now.
They ran out of poutine.
Yeah. Tonight on the news, Montreal is out of its own.
He's just sweating au jus somewhere.
Oh, God. The city is
a
devastated.
crisis in Montreal.
Yeah, I definitely blame you. If anything happens to Ralphie, I blame Mike Lawrence. It's your fault.
I'm the bird that lands on the house and then the house collapses.
Yeah, that's a little straw.
It's an ugly bird.
It's not my fault.
Somebody finds Ralphie's bus at a fucking Whataburger parking lot. It's been here for 4 days.
Smoke coming off the roof.
It's not.
Oh God.
I'm just an asshole who did his job.
I'm nervous because ever since I was 18, I've had high cholesterol, and it's just hereditary in my family, and I can't lose like.
And the Impractical Jokers do too.
Well, I told them about it. You know what's good about working for the Impractical Jokers, which airs Thursdays at 10 on True TV.
You know how you work with the Impractical Jokers? Practical ass kissing.
Yeah.
Oh wow, wind them up. There we go.
I don't think you have to wind them up. I think he's ready to go.
Yeah, I know. But I've been.
You get Ralphie made.
I'm petrified.
Don't get fucking tilted.
I'm petrified.
He's so Finoid right now.
Don't do it. Take the hits.
What do I do? That was funny. That was funny.
Made.
That was really
If
funny.
that becomes a thing, that will kill him. That Ralphie made.
That was really great.
When somebody, because you're trying to make.
What
a
if you
point.
are bad at like?
He's trying to make a point and they're on fire.
That's gotta be hard though, huh? Like if you're really bad at taking a joke. You know what I mean? You must have seen that a lot though, doing like hosting the show at the Stand.
Oh,
do you see anybody just completely break down?
Shit lingers.
The one guy. Who was the one guy?
Yeah, I won't name him. But
I think I know.
Yeah, but I wasn't there for it. But L.A. has had this show for like over 3 years. New York, we're the only ones who ever made someone walk off stage during it.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
What happened?
I mean,
I just had to confirm my spots with SD. All fucking 7 of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, so what happened was the guy. I mean, the guy didn't do well. Then he got ripped apart. But then the part that bothered him the most was Rich Voss was a judge that night.
Oh boy.
And it wasn't that he was like wailing on him. He just started giving him advice. Like he was like, "Listen, kid, you know, you just like if you work."
Gay? Is Rich Voss gay?
I don't know. I don't have range.
Can't do a Voss.
It's a lift.
I'm sorry I didn't win Dana Carvey's impression show. So he's on
that impression of a show.
That's good.
See? Book me, Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you out of the box.
So the guy.
I'm smart.
But Voss starts to just like give him advice, like you'll get better at this, and if you just try enough. And I think that's what broke him.
Yeah.
He ended up coming back on stage 2 minutes later, but it was like
He came back 2 minutes later. That's almost worse to me.
Yeah, really.
That's
Just
almost,
keep walking.
There's people that like
be that guy.
The thing is, like, there's people that take it personally, like, because I mean, like you said it is a show. What I do love about it, and I get that it's not for everyone and not everyone likes it, but what I love about it is you either did the work or you didn't, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. I did one and I won and it felt good, and then it was like, I don't know, like I'd like to do it with friends. I don't know if I'd have a hard time, like if I didn't know you well, I think I'd have a hard time like ripping on you.
I swear to God, writers, I mean, there's comics that have naturally fun. Like Ralphie May was meant to do stand-up comedy, and he gets on stage and does his thing, and he's fucking hilarious. But then there's guys, Mike, you're a fucking great stand-up comic, but you're a great writer too. Some guys have to do, you know, some guys can go and write this stuff. I myself, I would really have to work my cunt off to pull that off and go against somebody, because I'm a person. I can go up and be me, and that works a lot of the time. But
you're not even used to that process.
Yeah,
like the
of
process
course. Yeah, it's such
of going in and being like, okay, I'm going to hammer out just like you said, it's a math equation.
Yeah.
Well, that and like once you're in the finals, right? There's 4 people, and you know that you have to battle at least 2 of them, which means you have to write for 3.
Yeah.
And that was the fucking work. Like I feel like that's where writers' room experience paid off, of like that deadline pressure and shit. Because that was like I was fucking drained by the end of that. Like,
oh God, dude.
Yeah, because you're writing jokes you're not even going to use potentially.
and it's live.
Yeah.
Like,
How many
it's
did you
live
write,
television?
Mike? How many did you write for each person?
My style is like I'm not a guy who like writes a shit ton of jokes. I write one that I really believe in, and I spend a lot of time on it. I think that's a much better way to do it than just here's 20. So I kind of try to fucking whittle it down.
So when you went on it,
Yeah.
and did you win one or win one and lose? What happened?
No. Well, I did the Road to Roast battle at the Gramercy with Mike,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I went against Sam Morrell.
Oh boy.
And we had a great battle, and I lost. I've done 5 roast battles, and I've only won 1. But I've done really well. And I think that I'm a good, example of, like, just how it's not necessarily all...
What are you laughing at?
No, her voice is
The
just
tumor
hilarious.
Oh, okay. What am I asking?
I just
dumb
want to
questions?
say encouraging things to her.
Yeah.
Such a bright future.
Now, do you have hers lit up?
Yeah.
Let's hear a little bit of yours, can we?
Hold on, I wanted to ask
For the
one
world.
question before we start.
One of my
You lost, but you got to be on the. How did that work? A road to roast, isn't that like people win on the road to roast? To
Good
go
question, Dean.
Yeah, thank you so
Good
much.
fucking question.
Well, I knew you were going to ask it, but it was like I was going to ask it.
Want to give you a break, you know?
I felt you forgot to ask that one, and I didn't want you to look bad.
All right, go ahead, you cocksucker.
So
How did it work that I got to go?
yeah, because I thought the road to roast battle was the winners go to the roast battle.
I guess not for me, because I didn't win and I got to go anyway.
Yeah, it's called producing.
Oh,
if you
okay.
notice,
Yeah.
too, it's not all white people on the show.
No, okay.
She's white.
But no, I get it though, because some people, won the
I
show at the
Oh.
Gramercy and they didn't go on. But
Yeah, there's some casting that goes into this.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
her voice and her personality
Yep.
is a casting choice that would be, they know that she's going to be great.
Fucking
on the show.
memorable.
Yeah, she's memorable.
Yep,
Exactly.
yep.
It's
Yeah,
casting.
that's what you want,
Yeah.
man. You
All right.
really do.
Ready? Go ahead.
favorite comedian, so you're up. You really are the underdog here, my darling.
yep, I know.
Have fun, you guys.
Let's go. Keep it going.
That's
Perfect. Who wants to go first?
good. Good shoe
I
selection.
think Jimmy Carr will go first.
Yeah, I'm happy to. Happy to.
All right. UK, America, are we ready? This is it. Let's roast.
I was told that nothing was off limits here, so I'd like to address the elephant in the room. Christy. On the plus side is a nice way to describe her. No, seriously, on the plus side, if you her, it counts as a threesome.
The elephant. That's wrong.
Rude.
It is an honor to be here tonight roasting Jimmy Carr, the spawn of Pee Wee Herman and the movie seat he jerked off on. Jimmy, you're just mad because my voice reminds you of that little girl who escaped your basement.
Jesus, theatrics.
Stop. You have to give it up.
To the wave.
The wave is the best.
Fuck and that motherfuckers. They're
The
gonna.
best is the Rain is Easy one when they reenacted 9/11.
Oh, yeah.
They did that?
Yeah, like the one guy ran into the other guy and he fell over onto the other guy.
I like the one where it looked like he gave him a BJ and he
Yeah.
turned around and just spewed out.
What was amazing was in the finals, like on, I think it was like my last joke because I went second. Was it fucking, God, literally
Jeremiah?
thank
Yeah.
you, Watkins, so funny. He shaved his pubes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fucking shaved his pubes.
Yeah, shaved his
Fucking
pubes
crazy.
on TV.
On TV.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. There we go.
All right.
A little more than what she just said, I think. Wow. The little girl that escaped my basement. I knew you.
Ah, good for him.
Is that comfort eating, is it?
Comfort eating.
It's food, not love, people. Right. I was going to talk about Christie's career, but it's like trying to punch fog. There's nothing there.
Punch fog.
There are ISIS sleeper cells with higher profiles. I looked it up on the internet and Google said, me either.
What?
Can I just say, this was, I was on the second night. This is the first night. This was the funnest battle of that night. Just because it was like, they're so different, her and
Yeah.
him, but you could tell the fun that they're
Yeah,
both
it's playful.
having.
Yeah, really,
It's playful.
yeah.
Really
Yeah.
fun.
It's exactly. I can watch this
Yeah.
because I feel like she's having. When they did the elephant thing and she went, "Hey," it's like, thank you for acknowledging it.
Yeah.
Because now I can laugh at it because I know you.
And he was comfortable enough to bounce right back off that basement thing.
Yeah,
like he was really
great.
quick.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
yeah, that's awesome.
He's fantastic.
Debo, did he mention sleeper cell? Are you? Where are you going?
I honestly
himself down the toilet.
I know he won the first year in Montreal. I would fucking love to go after Jimmy.
Oh, you heard it here first on the YKWD.
I would love
Going on Reddit
LeBron
tonight.
and Jordan over here.
This
Here we go.
motherfucker just called out Jimmy Carr.
I would love to battle him, man. I think he's so fucking great.
We have Jimmy Carr on the phone, and he thinks you're a bitch.
We have you doing a British voice for the first
Hello, Michael. I would love to battle you.
That was good.
Let me read it off my clipboard.
The game is afoot.
I'd love to get a blowjob from the chubby girl.
Was he sweet to you off stage, like before and after and stuff? Yes.
Jimmy Carr is the nicest fucking. Let me tell you something. In the world,
fucking great.
Nice,
Yeah.
dude.
the fuck, because I did a nasty show with him. Very worried about it. I was like, oh, this guy's gonna be a cunt. Because I love English humor. I love
Sure, me
English
too.
wit.
Me too.
And I really do. And he was the fucking greatest guy ever.
That's awesome.
And he has no fear at all.
Yeah.
At all. He had to close one night after the little midget guy. Who's the small guy?
Brad Williams.
Brad Williams,
yeah.
who kills, gets a standing O, and Bridget Everett, who fucking kills, gets a standing O.
Yeah,
she's
He had to go on
amazing.
after both of them one night because he was
Fuck.
late. They went, do you want? We'll have the host go out. He goes, no. He goes, well. He goes, I don't. I go, are you? He's like, do you think I give a shit?
Yeah.
He wrote a joke to like transition about
Yeah.
this is as better. Now I know how fucking Lincoln. I don't know what it was, right?
Yeah.
And the place erupted, went into his act, annihilated more than both of them.
And that wipes the chalkboard clean from everything else they've seen. That first
he,
pop.
He fucking knew exactly.
He's one of the best in the
He's
world.
one of the best.
unbelievable.
So desperate to be accepted by America that he rebelled against paying his taxes. Now, if there is one American, Jimmy reminds me of, it's Donald Trump, because they both are convicted criminals and their fans should know
Bobby, look
better.
at her. Look over here.
I got it out.
She can't watch it.
I got
Hang on
it.
one second. What the fuck was that speech? Who wrote that one?
Me, I write all my own.
All right, relax. I was kidding. I was trying to give you an out.
It took her a month to
Yeah.
write.
Yeah, it was
What
not
the
my. I got
What
nervous.
the fuck was that? You just made a statement. There was no. What the fuck happened?
Sound like she learned her first words.
Yeah, that was like a girl drunk for the first time.
Her first was her 1,000th word. There was
His genius checking his watch. Like, how long is this?
I do love that. I
it's
do
so
love
good.
that he does like 3 jokes around and then goes,
yeah.
let's hurry it up.
Yeah, I know. He does do like 3
I know,
jokes
which
around.
they're fucking great.
Yeah.
One
I love his
time
style.
you got pulled over for parking and didn't pay, and that is illegal, and I don't like it. It reminds me of a guy I knew in high school named Michael Robinson.
Dick sucker.
What the fuck?
I did YWK. It stands for you know what, dude. It's a podcast. Podcasts are a type of entertainment.
Dick sucker.
Good.
You know what?
You're just defeated.
But the,
So fun though.
but the difference is,
Christy
yeah,
does
humility
a lot of
versus
voiceover
none.
work because
Hello.
That's great.
This is
Stop,
this is
stop.
the whole difference between Ralphie
Yes.
May and what happened here. Like that. Okay, the joke didn't go well, but there's humility. There's fun to it. Like this was a fun one.
No
to watch.
ego.
The
It's just a
only
fun-
way to fucking do this thing is you have to be able to take a hit.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's why we have the bomb bandana on the show. You fucking stink. Here's your just own it. Shut. That's why the only time I've ever fucking really got mad at people is when they do a bomb and you throw them. Like I'm not fucking fuck you.
That was one time.
Everybody bombs.
Who was it? Who was it? Who was it?
What was his name?
Harry Tartanian.
Harry. But he was just joking. I kind of took him wrong, and I was in a shitty mood, by the way.
And then he was wearing a shirt made out of bomb bandanas, all tied together.
But it's like, dude, it's like you gotta be. Look, everybody stinks. Everybody says it. Everybody takes. Just take the hit, and you're adorable. Good for you. You bowed down. You fucking knew you stunk. Even here, you can't even watch it. Nothing makes. I want to listen to you go on your tirade.
And Trump is a guy who, and Hillary is gonna, and Bernie.
And that's why I think Finding Dory is better than Finding Nemo.
Christy does a lot of voiceover work because.
That's fantastic.
That's like
dynamite.
Next joke. You sound like a badly educated queef.
What the fuck?
so fucking funny.
But like just the laughs that you
guys are having
it's
such a
fucking
good
great.
time, man.
You gotta laugh.
Yeah, you can't.
What the?
Just Kevin Hart looking at the wave.
Jimmy had his father arrested for basically just annoying him. So after this battle, he'll probably have me killed. But at least when I die, I'll have living parents that will come to my funeral.
Look at Jimmy Carr.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carr loves it.
He's having such a good
He
time.
fucking loved it.
Yeah,
Is his parents dead?
His mom's dead and his dad doesn't like talk to him.
They don't
What the fuck?
Wait, did Kevin Hart not know what the show was?
I don't think so.
Kevin Hart just played 55,000 seats.
Well, I know.
He doesn't know what fucking stand-up comedy rooms are anymore.
His response to this whole thing is like amazing.
You do realize Kevin Hart will agree to be in anything.
I mean, this is proof.
They just keep whispering in his ear when he's getting paid.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, that's
Kevin
why
Hart
I'm
had to
sitting
run a 10K the next day for a fucking heart, whatever foundation.
But his reactions, you're just like, are you like, did you
It's
just
so fucking fun.
This is it is exactly what it is. If they're both having fun, it doesn't matter who's the funniest. You're not even thinking about. You just like it makes you laugh.
That's what
Well, one of it reminds me a lot of working for Impractical Jokers. It's just very fun. And
I need my blood sugars.
I got a quote. What the hell is Impractical Jokers?
Oh, it's a TV show that's on Thursdays at 10 on True TV. I'm a writer. We're in season 6.
The writer's room's gift was a humidor.
What's True TV?
It used to be Court TV.
Court TV. He just fucking said. He just
re-gifted that humidor.
Jared just say that this humidor was his writing gift.
Keep my ideas fresh.
Yeah.
Well, what's also
I talk into it.
He scraped off True TV from the top.
Sal's face was on it.
His show is very much
It
like
said the
Sex
Carbonaro
and
effect.
Drugs, and Rock and Roll, which is on Thursday night on FX.
Here we go. Here.
Network Wars.
Here's what's fascinating. Like I know that
We actually need people to watch. Okay?
We don't.
Fucking 11 million fucking retards going, fucking throw him off the boat.
But what's fascinating is that
I love you,
like
Bobby.
I know people.
I'm getting Ralphie May mad over here.
There were people on Twitter. There are people on Twitter that don't get the wave. I think the wave adds
the
so
best
much.
Adds energy.
I'll tell you right now,
it's the best.
if the wave
Best
was
part.
the wave is the
Don't say they're the best part of a show I won, asshole.
All right.
no.
You have to have the wave to cut the fucking.
True, very true.
The seventh guest today is Mike's
Honey,
ego.
Okay, say that again, Dean.
You have to have the wave to cut the insanity, or else it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
going to get too fucking fierce up there.
It
Yeah,
lit-
they're so fun.
It's the most brilliant thing ever invented. I've
Yes,
never
they're
seen anything
amazing.
that's so unique, so original, so hilarious. And they have to write new stuff. They have to come up, and they do it. These guys are amazing, and they break the monotony, and the tension is relieved immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Where everybody's like, they're not thinking about that. the joke killed. Now they're fucking like, what the fuck is going on?
It's amazing.
And they're laughing again.
And it doesn't simmer like the guy, like it'll break it. It'll break.
It makes it. You know what it makes it? A show instead of this mean thing.
No, totally.
It takes the street corner out of it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like Dean was talking about, like that's why they don't throw punches. That's when the punches would be thrown.
Yeah. Right.
Like when this is going on, when a guy's getting his dick sucked.
I think the stand is too small for, and I just don't think it works in New York as well. But
well, that's different. Yeah, you don't want to have a wave like at every show.
All right, let's listen to this.
And it's their thing.
We gotta watch the
I got to do a read real quick too after this.
Imagine all the props they had to bring up to Montreal.
Last joke.
I don't know what's happening.
Last joke.
How many rounds have we got? Your voice has put women's live back 50 years. There is a lot of pressure on women in our industry to be beautiful and thin, and I'd just like to acknowledge your bravery.
That's funny.
Can you pause for a sec?
Okay.
What I love too is he never says fat in this, does he?
No.
That's what's fucking brilliant about
And
it.
he was so wonderful beforehand. Like he talked to me a lot about sort of his strategy. He asked if I wanted to go. His whole goal was he wanted us to have a good battle.
Yeah.
So he wanted me to be confident and do well, and he said just the greatest things to me.
Yeah.
He was the greatest.
And then he came.
Until he had to fucking just smash your chubbiness.
And then he came on your tits.
Yeah.
I was so Christy, you can do it.
I love that.
That's the best. That's the best.
Christy,
Okay, got it.
take your time. Get it right. You worked hard on this.
Oh my God, I love this so much.
It's so fun.
I want to hug you right now in person.
I guarantee right now, this fucking
Yeah.
this you're gonna be this is gonna out of Mike, you're gonna be a star from this, baby. I'm not even kidding you. You're so fucking lovable and likable on this.
Yeah.
It's and it's real. It's not you had a moment. You just you very rarely do you see somebody on stage in a moment where you can read or just say what they're supposed, and you did that fucking. You literally started talking your joke to yourself. I can't believe I love you. I'm so glad I'm watching this, and I want.
Now
I
you
want
see why they put her on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
no,
great.
I was just asking because I had no idea.
No, we know what you were doing, Dean. You're a fucking dick, and you don't like it.
Oh, fuck you! You're trying to get some drama. He's like, there's no drama on this motherfucker. No, I didn't understand what the road to the roast was. I thought it was like.
I think it was just
preliminary
showcasing
rounds.
people.
Right.
I mean, there were a lot of people that did great on it that didn't go to the tournament.
Which is good because
So
next
next
year
year.
they'll have a bunch of guys. Yeah, exactly.
Ready?
Thank you.
It's so long too. That's great.
He's right there. He's right there. Look at him and tell him.
Okay. All right. When I first heard about Brexit, I was really happy because I thought it meant that Jimmy was finally quitting comedy. But then I learned, but then I learned that Brexit is just what Jimmy calls it when he pulls out of a man's asshole.
Look at Jimmy's like disgusting, mate.
What the? UK, USA, keep it going for Christy, Jimmy Carr. Wow.
Good job, man.
Yeah,
That's
Christy,
great.
way to go. You had so much fun, huh?
It was the best night of my life.
Oh my God, dude! What a fuck! I mean, just amazing shit.
Thank you so much.
All right, listen, we gotta wrap this show up. We gotta wrap it up. I want to say,
It was great listening to Mike.
I think Jeff Ross. I think Jeff Ross. He did it. He does a great job too of being.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Just supportive.
He's like the grandpa that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he does a great job because you think he can be a dick and like the judges are kind of dicky and they're being funny, but Jeff is really supportive and he pushed you into that thing. I mean,
he was
that was great.
Bobby, before we end, can I ask Mike a serious question? Can I get serious on this podcast?
Buddy, you can do. Listen,
I have a
first of all,
program.
I didn't finish.
Oh.
I don't want you to be. No, yeah, go ahead. Whatever you want.
I wrote a program where I go to schools and talk to kids about anti-bullying, right?
Yeah.
And one thing that they're doing now is roasting in schools.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
We do.
Kids Yeah, look at who's snoring, the fucking culprit. You literally are the guy that bullies fucking everybody.
He is the fucking bully.
What an asshole.
The lacrosse player.
He really. He really. Oh
right.
shit!
Instead of bullying, hang out with
I'm
three
getting
of your
Ralphie May fucking.
Yeah, hang out with 3 other Italians and just do
Listen. Yeah, give me the fucking neck fan.
No, use the fat fan. Here, use it on. You're getting heated.
Put it on my heart right now.
Kids, is that who won Last Comic Standing? Fat fan?
Kids in school are roasting other kids, right? But what they're doing is they're just saying, hey, let's roast Jared. And Jared doesn't know about it, and he shows up at school, and now the whole school's picking on him. Social media, and like just ripping on him, and these kids are fucking killing themselves. And they're under the name of roasting. So why don't we put together some type of like a PSA, since you're the roast king, about the rules of roasting, and we'll show these kids that you're not supposed to just gang bully under the name of roasting.
You're also not supposed to ask someone to do something on a podcast.
Are you trying to get a deal right now?
No, I'm not. No, it's not.
Can I have my fan
I don't
back?
want
'Cause
anything
now I'm
out
hot.
of it. I don't want anything out of it. I'm saying
I would,
he has the
do a good
contract that
thing.
he signed for
Do a good
Impractical
thing
Jokers.
for kids.
Yeah.
Can I say something? I'm going to say
Relax,
something.
Chad.
First of all, the tension between you two is fucking.
I love Jared.
It's just awesome. I hope. Please.
No, I would.
I just mean to do something nice.
I think it's first of all. I think I'm going to say this. I know your heart's in the right place, but I think it's ridiculous.
Why?
I think because this is the one thing about roasting that does bug me, is that when people who shouldn't do it, you're talking professional stand-up comedians.
Totally.
Okay, guys who know how to fucking write a joke, and the person they're giving it to is signed up for it, and they're taking it. We're not just showing up at clubs, fucking, because there's a big difference. Doing stand-up comedy and becoming a comic that can go on stage and tell jokes from your perspective about your life for the next hour is we're forgetting how hard that is. Okay, that's fucking crazy. And then this roasting thing that has come into play is another style of comedy, but it's not stand-up comedy. It's a whole other thing. And to have kids go and that are abusing social media and making, I would rather go in and say stop fucking roasting. I'd rather go in and say don't roast. You guys should fucking learn how to be friends and learn how to fucking treat each other nice, or go fucking to a movie together, or go do something. I don't believe that kids should be making fun of each other to the point where
ideal.
Yeah, I know it is ideal, but to that they're taking.
I mean, here's the thing I'll say: if they're actually doing it in the form of clever punchlines, then things have gotten way better than when I was.
They're
kid.
not.
No, they're not at all, dude.
Of course not.
A kid shows up and he's like, "Oh, great."
I mean,
it's like
what
a
exactly?
tidal wave.
What exactly are you asking me to do?
You don't have to do anything
but I'm
for
saying,
me. I'm just saying that like there is this like misconception that kids are just literally gang bullying one kid.
Yeah, and you know who should be responsible
in the
for
name
that?
of roasting.
Fucking Twitter, Facebook,
I know,
social
it's
media
terrible, man.
should fucking should sit there and go, these are 12-year-olds saying, I hope your mother dies.
I talked to Ross about it.
I hope you fucking, you're a fat fuck. They should be patrolling this, going, oh, these kids are young, and protect the kids from themselves.
Once
is what
again,
they should be doing.
it's ideal, but
and it's the parents too.
Yeah, it blows, dude. It's absolutely. I mean, schools are bringing me in to talk about this. Why aren't they? That's fucking crazy.
What school have you gone to talk about?
Oh, so many. I mean,
really?
Yeah, probably over. I'd say maybe 100 schools.
I would gladly do whatever I can to help.
What I do is I go and meet with the adults in the school, and they tell me what they think the problem is, and then I meet with the kids, and I go, "What do you guys think?" I go, "What do you guys think's the problem?"
Wait, stop one second. I'm sorry. I'm with you, but Jared's fucking.
What do you say to losers?
I don't know. I
Finds
just
a couple nerds. And he
also, people
talks to these losers.
Like, people aren't going to look at my face.
I feel like spring 2016, page 30 of J. Crew is fucking telling me.
People aren't going to look at my face and say, "Let's have him talk to children."
You have no.
Yeah, really.
Have him stay away.
We'll put you in a cage.
All right, now that he's talking to the adults, let's leave him in the room with the
we'll
kids.
put you in a cage like young Frankenstein.
Buddy, I'm with. Look, I hate. Listen, I've been a bully. I've been bullied.
Same
I
here.
hate bullying. I'm with you on this, but Jared does make a point.
You guys have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, these kids are
You have
losers.
no clue what you're talking about. I
I
really
really want it when you go into these schools.
Yeah.
And you okay? So do you get an auditorium full of kids?
What happened? It's
They
different.
release them out of their cages and they let them through.
Let them talk.
So let them talk. Thanks.
What are the kids? Are you talking to the kids that are getting bullied, or are you talking to the kids that are bullying?
Both.
So you're talking to both of them, and what are you saying?
We're doing like breakout groups and figuring out like how do you stop these like, catastrophes that are happening. Kids going into schools like shooting each other up or killing themselves or whatever. But it all comes down to what about doing proactive things instead of reactive? So say there's a kid that
a lot of these
doing,
kids that are doing this on. Can I stop you 1 second? A lot of these kids that are should be on are on the wrong medications, on too many medications, or on no medication at all. Some of these kids are mentally ill. Noam, where you going? Okay. Noam, the owner, is
boring
here. By
conversation.
The way. Well, he doesn't. Yeah.
Well, you know what it
What's
is?
that? What'd he say?
See, that's why I do it.
Well, no, we're gonna have Mike's gonna talk to you. He's gonna help you. Mike's gonna help you with you about your bullying.
That's okay. No, you know what,
Jared, go take
Instead
Noam's
of being
wallet.
bullied into killing yourself,
Go give
just
him
let
what I
Mike
need.
talk to you for a few minutes.
All right. There you go.
Mike, Mike, wait. Mike, use the fan.
He's only kidding. This is a game.
Can we give him a thought, Dana?
Yeah,
instead of a bomb.
Hey, you know what? I don't want your fucking help anymore. Let the kids kill themselves.
No, I just don't know what you're
joking.
asking.
How do you even get the bullies to listen in between all the chicks they're fucking?
Yeah, bullies go fag. Shut up.
Do you want me to go to schools and tell kids how to kill?
No,
Yeah, I have no problem doing that.
I think that you guys are going to disagree with me, but I think that we have a kind of like a social responsibility, and that you believe it or not, kids are watching.
What? Please tell me what you want me to do.
That these kids don't understand what roasting is. Okay? They're ganging up on one kid in the name of calling it roasting. It's like having sex with a girl and calling it. It's like raping a girl and saying we had sex. It's different, two different total things. Okay, so I think.
Do you believe it's
we have
Wait, let them.
We if you wanted, and you don't have to do it with me or with any. Just keep it in mind. I talked to Jeff about it, and he loved the idea.
Who's Jeff?
Ross. About just how like they look at you guys as like, oh my God, they're roasting, we should roast, and the idea of what it is gets totally lost, and one kid ends up fucking offing himself because of it. And I'm not saying you have any. No one has a specific responsibility.
Obviously, you don't want to see kids die. Yeah.
I'm not saying that like now you have something. I'm just saying if you ever wanted to do it, there are people that would listen, and I think it might save a life or two. That's all. That's all.
Do you believe there's a responsibility through making the roast battle to talk to kids that would take it the wrong way? Is that?
I don't want to get into fucking semantics about it. I think that there are. If you want to do it, it will help people. If you don't do it, it may not matter.
Now,
but I just think I've seen these kids.
I mean,
you're a dickhead.
Right.
You know what?
But do you think it's not a big deal?
Where would we find these nerds?
I should have waited till after the podcast.
Where are
to talk
these
to you
little
about
pussies?
this.
Yeah, where are these fucking
losers?
hand jobs?
I want to actually go talk to their father and fucking smack him around.
Yeah.
Bobby,
But
it's
do you-
terrible.
do you
It's really
think-
terrible, man. It really is
What
terrible.
comic
that
book
kids...
store do we have to go into to wrangle these fuckers out?
I just started
You know?
doing this because I got sick of like people, killing themselves for no reason and blowing up schools
Well, look,
and whatever
man,
else. I just thought, why not try? Because nobody else is.
You're
So
right.
fuck it. And if I helped one kid in the past year, wonderful.
No, you're right.
That's all.
That's
so
great.
if you have the interest, Mike, I know there's an audience. That's all.
Okay.
So that's it.
I have no problem doing that.
I think, first of all, dude, helping kids out, for me, I did my toy drive last year. I was an abused kid. I was bullied. I turned into a bully, and then I was bullied again. My whole life was either be, fucked with, and dude, I feared for my life as a young kid a lot, and I wanted to fucking kill myself a lot. I just, thank God, never had the, I did have some type of thing in me where I was like, I didn't want to quit.
Yeah.
I'm not a quitter.
Right.
I didn't want to give up on life, and but then I became a bully, and I took kids' money, and I hung out with a lot of tough assholes that made me this person, and it broke me. It fucking broke me as a human being, and then I, went to alcohol, booze, and blah, 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 and then found sobriety and found light through that. So I agree with you, man. It's a sad thing. And our children, our fucking kids are,
Well, they have it so much worse now than they ever did, because at least when You know, we were young. We
Social
got to
media,
go home.
yeah,
and it was
totally,
off.
man.
Yeah.
That's the thing. These
Well,
kids
I
are
think we have
world star hip hop. Like instead of like breaking up a fight, you film it.
Oh,
You know?
exactly.
It's awful, but we also have it worse as adults. I'm 45 and I still get it. I still get bullied by people I don't know.
Oh, yeah, of course.
By an egg is still calling me a fat fuck. I'm still being taunted.
Someone shaped just like you is making fun of your shape.
Yeah. So it's. I think it's. That's why I brought up social media.
It's terrible.
I think
Oh,
that
yeah, it's brutal.
I think the responsibility for fucking Twitter, freedom of speech, freedom. How about go fuck yourself?
Yeah.
And take some ownership, you cock fucks.
I'm with
who
you,
are
buddy.
out there.
You
who
should
are
be
there.
able to call Leslie Jones a gorilla without
You should.
consequences.
There should be a fuck.
Yeah, that's
okay,
true. That was
if you
fucking
mean
horrible.
it, then deal with the consequence. Just like regular racism.
Yeah.
Just like if I say you're a gorilla, or if I say you're a fat piece of shit, I have to deal with the consequences. So I might lose my gigs. I might lose my show. But if I believe it. You anonymous fucking cocksuckers, stop making this shit anonymous and have the people responsible.
Absolutely.
And maybe you won't have the social media won't be that way, because if the little fucks who are doing this have to, like music, when they stole the music, the FBI went to their house and held their parents responsible.
Yep.
But for some reason, they taunt the kid into suicide and no one's responsible. Fuck you, and fuck your shit parents for not being there and not watching your kids. You should have their passwords, and they should only do social media, and you should be able to see what they're putting out there. So these people that are doing this, their fucking parents should be thrown in fucking jail. Hold them responsible.
Yeah.
And then you know what? You might not have. I fucking hate it. I really do.
Yeah, that's why. I mean,
I agree with you.
Try
but
to be as
And you're raising
proactive
a
and
kid
help.
in that world, and I'm sure it's
Yeah, but
that's why I'm not having any kids, because I fuck this
that's
shit.
a dumb thing. That you should.
No, why? I
Because you could raise the kid that changes it all. You could raise the kid.
that's
That's a lot of pressure.
Raise John Connor.
Yeah, but you don't know who the fuck. You don't know who the fuck.
What if I have a little Jared?
Yeah.
Then I'm fucked.
A great looking kid.
Off the
A
name
great-
of Bradley.
a
and
great
fucking-
looking kid.
The
I
world
can't
can't
afford.
use another good looking guy.
I
What are
can't
you fucking
afford
talking
Baby
about?
Banana Republic.
A great looking guy with a successful podcast. and a
It could all happen.
Every
for them.
kid, every parent's dream.
I don't want to be the guy who goes to schools to talk to children and also have one of my own. That's weird.
All right, listen,
Finoia wants to be the baseball coach that has no kid on the team.
That's very true.
I just like young children running and playing.
Crow hop.
All right, listen, you're reading that one for me
You want
because
me
you're
to-
fucking. I went way over time. I gotta go. I'm so late. I was supposed to be at Colin's show 20 minutes ago, but then you
You
had to
want
give
me
me
to
a fucking your fucking goddamn
want me to read-
I got a
after school
conscience, man.
after school special.
I got a
we had a great
conscience.
show, and then you fucking
Cut it out. Cut
You
it
want
out.
me to read the read? Is
I'm
this?
not gonna. I don't cut anything.
I'm joking,
buddy.
baby.
I think it's great that you do that,
Thank
but I think
you,
it's great
thank
that he
you.
made fun of you too.
No, me too.
That's the reason this
All right,
exists.
listen, real quick, and then I'm
Life's
gonna
but
go
a
through
roast
this.
battle,
Go
right?
ahead, do that. Read that out.
Hey guys, I've discovered a new way you can stock
no,
up.
we.
Oh, what are you talking about?
You don't read it like it's your show. It's my show.
Oh, sorry.
Read it to me.
Forever. Hey guys, I've discovered a new
We.
way. I've discovered a way we can stock up on all the household items you know and love and save time and money.
How's that?
It's called Boxed.com.
I use it. I love
You do it?
I do.
Boxed.com.
great.
BOXED.com.
No.
I never have wasted half a Saturday at home warehouse club fighting for parking, fighting
Have you ever?
jam-packed idols.
Let me see
Wow,
that.
aisles.
Jesus
I have
Christ.
Really, Jesus Christ.
no preparation.
Yeah, bullies can't read.
I wish that nerd I beat up didn't kill
Because you
himself to
got-
teach me some reading.
Clean that nerd blood out of your eyes.
You really are just a dumb Jew jock. All right, check it out. This is Box.com. I use it. I actually have the app. I think it's great for single people. If you got a family, it's basically what it is. You ever been to Costco or Sam's Club, and you got to go there and waste, find a parking spot, go in, find somebody to help you, and there's a line out the friggin' door. It's a nightmare. You don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to pay the membership fees. You don't have to pay $100 just to be an elite member. It's unbelievable. There's no long lines at the checkout. It is Box.com. Box.com delivers bulk items you use every day. Toilet paper, paper towels, snacks, everything. Cleaning products, the stuff that you don't want to go buy when you run out, that you should buy 3 of instead of 1, and like dishwashing soap. Okay? They're at a ridiculous low price. And with Box.com, you can stock up any day, any hour from the comfort of your couch because they have an app. And you go on the app and you push the button, and there your stuff is. Paper towels, dishwashing soap, kitty litter, whatever the hell you want.
Why is he
you
just
save.
telling you?
What's that?
Why is he just telling
Because
you?
because I'm in love with her. And you, all right, you insecure. I mean, what, were you bullied? Do I have to look at you too? You fucking. I got fucking goddamn Jared put you on.
Maybe
tilt.
I like Box.com.
Well, you don't. It's not for you. Okay, you have enough.
Don't use our promo code.
All right.
Box.com. Listen, Boxed Up. This is the greatest part because my wife does use it. It's on the phone. You save money. You save time. The aggravation of these warehouse clubs. There's no annual membership. Okay. They'll even send you free samples like you do when you go there and you get all these free samples. They'll send them to you. So you don't have to go out of your house. I know this sounds ridiculous, but it's unbelievable because all the stuff that you forget or you can't carry 17 rolls of toilet paper because it's just you. You got to get the essentials and get one thing of toilet paper. You don't have to do that with Box.com. There's no annual membership. All right, here's the best part. I want you to love it too. I want you to love Box.com as much as I do. So I've arranged for my listeners, this is the best deal we've ever gotten. 20% off. Not 10, not 15, 20% off. All right? You get free shipping on your first order, which is amazing too. So 20% off and free shipping. Just go to Box.com, enter promo code DUDE, D-U-D-E. That's Box.com, promo code DUDE, Box.com, promo code DUDE. This is another one. Lawrence is going to love this one. Loot Crate. I love this.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
Isn't it? It's awesome. Loot Crate, you get collectibles, apparel, and more from your favorite pop culture franchises delivered right to your door every single month. We're talking new T-shirts, in every figure, comic book, stuff for your kitchen, a wide range of exclusive items you can't get anywhere else. From fan favorite franchises like Harry Potter, Marvel Comics, which I love, Fallout, video games, Star Wars, and so much more. Okay, you get all these for less than $20 a month. Loot Crate.
You should get their mailing lists, and those are the kids you can talk to for your bullying seminar.
Where's the bomb bandit?
I already have it.
Okay, you should fucking.
Jared reveals himself as pro-suicide in the final minutes of the show.
I love Jared actually makes the bomb bandit into an ascot.
Yeah, really. Makes a pocket square.
With it on.
It's like I only drink sangrias with suicide kid blood.
Look at so come geek out with us. Loot Crate is a monthly subscription box service. This is like my wife does. What is that one for the girls?
Anal?
With the
Christy sounds like the ghost of the kids Mike didn't get to talk to.
She's the soul of their toys.
Shut the fuck up.
Where was Finoia?
I gotta go. We still haven't even fucking done the intro. This is a 9-hour podcast. Look, Loot Crate is a monthly subscription box service for epic geeks and gamers items that pop culture gear. For the less than $20 a month, you get 68 items that includes licensed gear, apparel, collectibles, unique, one-of-a-kind stuff, and more. You have until the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific time to subscribe. Again, I'll say that the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific time to subscribe and receive the month's crate. And when the cutoff happens, that's it. It's over. So make sure you go to www.lootcrate.com/dude. Enter code DUDE and you save $3 on any new subscriptions. Join us as we celebrate the futuristic. Look at this. We've packed July's crates. It's all futuristic stuff. It's all crazy stuff. So you don't know what you're going to get, but it's always stuff that you love. It's all stuff that you think is cool. This year is actually futuristic, this month actually. So we've packed July's crate with items from some of the pop culture's favorite I don't even know how to read that. What the fuck? Why would they put that word? There, you read it. Smart. Give it to her.
Prognostications?
Wow.
Great job.
Give me that. I knew she could read it. Read the rest of that for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Prognostications of science in the future. Look towards tomorrow with items from Rick and Morty, Futurama, Star Trek, Mega Man, Valiant Comics, and Star Trek, including a motto, a figure, and don't forget, our monthly tea and pin.
Do they send you a friend?
Fuck you, dude. I fucking love comic books. I love Marvel. I'm going to see Suicide Squad Thursday.
Your views are bad.
Jared's just fucking pissed that we're the cool kids now, motherfucker.
No, yeah.
It really does.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
You guys are really the cool kids. That you won the you
Go
won.
on a sailboat, you fucking obsolete douche.
I would love
Oh, Doyle doesn't roll anymore, does it?
You're getting attacked. You're getting attacked by Fiona.
Finoia, dude. How long
Finoia,
we
sorry.
fucking know
Sorry,
each other?
dude. I couldn't even read that word. Fuck off.
Just read from your memory.
Dean.
Yeah.
You're the old school cool. What's up, buddy?
Nothing.
Did your blood sugar go down? You haven't talked in like 10 minutes.
You're doing ads. You said don't talk during the ads.
And that's why you're a good person.
Yeah.
Unlike these fucking twats. Anyways, all right, so let's go. You got anything on the chat you want to talk that's recent?
We have them trying to do roast jokes.
Let's hear a couple. Go ahead.
These will get depressing.
Go ahead. Just read. Go ahead. Go on.
Brooktop Mill says, these chat room jokes are so bad, Deep was going to read them on the air later.
That was actually pretty good.
That was a good one.
I gotta fuck. You should have saved that one, you dummy. That was the closer. You opened with it.
Somebody write a better one fast.
What else you got?
Buddy
So real.
Hilarious.
That one stung. Buddy C. Buddy says, Bobby only roasts fatty meats.
That's a good one.
Two funny words.
Go ahead.
So do I.
Jason Max says, Dean Delray looks like a wrinkled white Anthony Kiedis from the Chili Peppers.
Yeah, I know, but
Hey,
that's
throw the
In
bomb-
parentheses, it says from the Chili Peppers.
Throw the
It actually
bomb
does.
rag.
yeah, we have the bomb rag. There you
bomb
go.
rag.
That's for you fucking shitball. The bomb rag. That's bomb rag on you. Go ahead.
John Coltrane says, Finoia should pitch his ideas to Michelle Obama. Yes.
Yeah. I would love to. That's great. Finally get paid.
Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike Finoia, writer for...
You know who wrote that?
Right
Jared is in the chat.
Yeah, he is. John Coltrane. He doesn't know who John Coltrane is.
No. He wrote that for Michelle and Melania at the same time.
What else you got? Is that it?
That should be the closer.
Yeah, Jason Max says, Scopo looks like he's thinking about how fat his ass is.
Wow, there we go. We end
Wow.
on one of
Down
your
to
fucking
Closing with
stinkers.
the
That's what I do, baby. That's what I do.
Oof.
All right, listen. Where are you going to be, buddy?
I'll be headlining the Providence, Rhode Island Comedy Connection the 19th and 20th.
Great.
Fucking
And,
fun place.
at Mike Finoia on Twitter and Instagram.
Okay, great, man. And you're what else you got going on? Anything else?
You can listen to Jamcast every Friday on iTunes and Finer Things on Friday at 4 on Compound Media.
Yeah, great.
And, just look for me around the city.
And thanks so much,
Hopefully.
man.
Yeah,
for
I hope
that.
you enjoy it.
I
and
do,
I've,
man. Appreciate
hopefully
it.
I'll be joining
Thanks
you
for coming on.
stage
That
here.
bully thing, let me know. You know, I mean,
Sure, man.
I
I just think everybody needs to
we get
help
it.
each other out,
You
man.
brought it back
Did
up,
Michelle
Bobby.
Obama listen?
No, you're right. You're right.
No, this was a blast. As always, thank you, Bobby.
You
Love
got it,
being
buddy.
here, man.
What do you got, sweetie girl?
I host a show every Sunday at the Standing Room. It's
a great show.
in Long Island City. It's really fun.
I've never been on it.
It's
I guess I'm.
well, we'll get you on.
Oh, really? You'll get me on. Not you can come on any time. Okay. Let me know when you. Let me know.
Don't
when-
try.
Then I can't just stop in.
He's like, I'll do it, and then she's like, it's not the cellar, and he's like, too far.
There's that, and yeah, I'm performing all over at Christi Cello, ChristyCello.com. I put a lot of
How do you spell it?
ChristiChiello.
Literally, my eye just
Bob,
quivered.
yeah.
That's why I had that.
Bobby came at O.
Because it sounded like
Thank you for
Jelllo.
Thanks for coming back on. Great job.
Thank you.
Great job. I'm
Thank
telling
you
you,
so
you
much.
you're gonna be. I'm calling it right now. Someone's gonna come a calling for you.
Thank you.
Totally.
Yeah. What do you got, Dean?
It's going to be Bobby at 3 in the morning, shirtless.
I think I like the fucking kid helper better than this dick.
Well, we really should be helping our kids. and
Shut
that's
up, Mike. We get it.
It's a joke, Bobby.
I was joking too. I was in character. You fuck. That was me.
I don't use the
taking
word
my
hero a
humidor
lot,
back.
but when I do, it's to describe myself.
Hey, Dean. You can talk now.
Podcast. Let
What do
There
you
Be
got,
Talk on the Bill Burr Network, All Things Comedy. Yeah. Let There Be Talk. Got Jerry Cantrell on this week. Awesome. And
Yeah, you got a
Ralph
great.
Sutton.
Yeah, you got a great show, man. I actually did it when I was in LA. this time last year.
Yeah, it was great. When I went to your hotel where you're doing the upfronts.
Yeah.
And all those fucking lunatics were down there in Pasadena.
Yeah, I walked right by it. Not one camera was risen. I have video of it. One guy, I have video of it. One guy went, "Hey, Louis."
No shit, really?
Louis? But didn't pick his camera up. He went, "No, Louis."
Wow. Just whispered it to himself.
That's hilarious.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I was out front today. They were doing a fucking tour, New York tour, and the guys, a big crowd, like 30 people. I got video of it. I'll put it on the internet later. The guy, I walk into the crowd, and the guy's like, "This is the famous you never know who'll stop in. Famous comic stopping." And I went, "Like who?" And he went, "Louis C." I'm like. One guy went. You look familiar. I know you. But who are you? I go, Dane Cook. He goes, "Wow, you really gained weight, huh?"
No way, really?
I swear to God, I got on video.
I had one of my favorite moments ever. I was coming here, and David Tell was outside.
Today?
And he was like, "Hey, how is Montreal?" And I was like, "Oh my God!" I fangirled out a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know how that relates to what I was talking about. Whatever. What are you fucking? You want to talk about the Impractical Jokers too? What's going on?
Thursdays at 10 on True TV.
Just another.
Oh, my God.
Dean, what else you got, buddy?
Headline and Wise Guys, Salt Lake City, August 14th, and then House of Comedy, Arizona, September 1st weekend.
Awesome, dude. Thanks for coming on,
Thank
brother.
you, man. Well, it was so great. I've had so much fun in New York this week. I'm at the Stand all this week. And what a great club! And thank all you guys. Thanks for having me on, man. Awesome.
You got it, man. It was. I'm glad I got you on. I came down the other night. You were just there.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the? And then I went home. I go, why the fuck isn't he? Why wouldn't you be on my show, dude?
Yeah, I would be in a second.
What a solid fucking guy, dude.
I didn't want to be like, hey, man. I'm
Anytime.
in town. Yeah.
Anytime you're in town, come on, dude.
All right, yeah, right, yeah, okay.
Anytime.
I'm there.
Just make sure you call Scopo and check with him first, and then if there's an available slot, we'll put you. If it works out.
I can't just text you directly.
No, of course. I'm kidding. I'm fucking kidding you, asshole.
I'm fucking with you.
Mikey, what do you got, buddy? Besides a championship fucking trophy,
100 grand is what he's.
Is it 100 or 25?
No, it's
25.
Oh, I thought it was 100.
No.
Joe is robbers.
Yeah, and then
12
you
after
split-
taxes.
Yeah, and then you give your agent and manager and lawyers.
It's enough to cover my roaming fees while being in Montreal for 5 days.
Yeah, exactly. He made $5,000.
Yeah. No, I will be at Laugh Boston next week, August 12th and 13th, and who knows after that.
Go see him, Boston people. You go see he's fucking hilarious.
Thanks, man. It means a lot,
Please,
buddy.
yeah, he really, and congratulations, dude. I was really happy, and I hope
You
should
tweeted
talk-
at me. That meant a lot, man.
Yeah, man.
I genuinely did.
I know. The first time I ever met you, we had a little chat out in that fucking weird club.
Yeah, the Pit.
The Pit, and you were always a nice guy, and
Thanks.
and you're hilarious, and I love seeing guys come into their own. And then the last
Thanks,
couple
man.
of years, man, you really killing it.
And I'm glad I got to do it for New York.
Yeah, good
know?
for you, man.
Yeah.
Good for
Yeah.
you. It was a battle. That's why I loved it. It was L.A. and L.A. was fucking represented.
She was great, man. At the end, Tiana, fucking amazing.
But I mean, really, there was so many funny comics from L.A.
Yeah.
Because usually you're like, ah, shit, they were just killing it. I love it. They're vicious. They're mean. Tony was fucking in that other. What's the other guy's name? Earl. I met him at the Skank Fest.
And
I
that
believe.
like I said before, that Canadian guy, K. Trevor Wilson.
Yeah, he was killer.
Yeah, but Mike,
phenomenal.
like you said, it kind of started in L.A., right? Like with
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
thing, and then New
Absolutely.
York went in and fucking smoked them.
L.A.
so.
is fucking. I'm killing it, man. Really, the comedy store is.
Yeah.
Great.
It is.
Both cities are great. Every comic needs to be in both.
I believe it. I feel like I want to come here like every other month because
Absolutely.
it really. First of all, the comics are fucking super cool.
Yeah.
And it works a different gear in your comedic mind. If you're like bi-coastal and you can just work all kinds of style, flavor actually,
Yeah. And we'll help children too.
Yeah.
Keep some souls alive.
What he's going to be fighting
I
for
believe
is at the
Finoia is the future.
No, God, no, I hope not.
The beginning of the roast battle now is going to be like, do not try this at home.
Yeah.
This is professional comedians doing these.
Actually, the beginning of Roast Battle is this is TVMA and children should not watch.
Hi, my name's Mike.
But it's all
And
over
if
the
you're home
internet the
thinking
next day.
If you're home thinking of
roasting
each other, don't.
Roast meat instead.
Let me show you a couple things that happened on this.
Yeah.
Ralphie made you.
Mike Lawrence, the more you smell.
There we go.
What do you got, Jared, besides everything and parents that love you?
I have
That's the same thing.
the love of my parents.
A trust fund.
A brother I love very much.
A Honda Accord that your dad owned, and a Saab.
Lacrosse trophies.
A Volvo wagon.
The rickshaw that was pulled to get him here.
I have an escape plan.
3 servants. I got
A welfare mother I keep in a cage to feel better about myself.
A tennis racket.
ethnic cleaners.
Satellite TV.
Satellite TV. What
Larry
else do
Bird
I have?
poster.
Yeah, I got a nice
Larry Bird poster.
Clean underwear.
A fucking
you know.
great hairline that's never going to go away.
Topside hair.
Even know how much voodoo I put on it.
A bumbling Indian sidekick for my podcast.
I really have it all. I there's not anything you're right. You're
2 pairs
absolutely
of
right.
topsiders.
Yeah.
Brown and tan.
And
No
that's the third
cavities
one. I have
ever.
a blue one. No cavities.
Christopher Cross's autograph.
He's like, I haven't decided what Dave Matthews Band song I will listening to when I vote for Trump, but I haven't.
That's not a lie.
Handmade hacky sack.
Yeah.
Out of the finest fucking deer
Yeah,
skin.
all your college friends are still friends.
All my friends.
And you're from camp, you're still friends with them too.
You just literally said my life.
And the
Nailed
signed
it.
Bruce Springsteen guitar that my dad won in an auction.
Yeah.
Because the only cool thing.
For bullied kids.
From the born in the USA tour, not born to run.
From one millionaire that pretends to struggle to another one. I hope before Springsteen dies, someone just whispers to him, "You were never poor."
I don't know when I've been pretending.
What else you got?
I got listen. I got podcasts every Tuesday and Friday. The J Train podcast. You can find it on iTunes. We give advice to cool guys. No nerds allowed.
The J Train podcast with a name this unironic. The show also has to be.
Yes, that's a self-given nickname. J Train podcast every Tuesday and Friday. We give advice to email.
It's not great, but it chugs right along.
It gets going. Gets you where.
We give advice like how to have the perfect 5 o'clock shadow all the time.
I'm gonna ask Mike Lawrence to come on off air because I'm not an animal like some people.
Should I name this show despite better judgment? I think I can.
Mike's getting mad though. Mike,
I'm gonna Ralphie May out. In a minute
I'm also
already.
I'm on Twitter, JTrain56. I like tweeting the Bachelorette every Tuesday on Monday night. So
dude, thanks for
it's good to be here.
Yeah, it was a fucking great time.
Yeah,
Make sure you follow me. What do you got, brother?
August 12th, I'll be at Brokerage Comedy Club. Come check that
Awesome,
out.
dude. Good for you.
Also, I want to thank the stand donated money and gift certificates to my uncle's charity.
What
So
happened?
thank you.
What charity?
He has a
Why wouldn't you
charity
fucking
golf
talk to
outing.
us? Why wouldn't you fucking tell me?
Because he
I think I
brought
have.
up the kids stuff. So
What? You haven't told me about a charity. You never
No,
told
we just
me.
do a golf outing every year, and they just donate gift cards and tickets.
To who?
My uncle's charity. My uncle passed away, and they do.
The mob guy?
No, Dominican.
Do you have a Dominican uncle?
He's
do you
not technically
Where
my
does the
uncle.
money go? For what?
Biodug research, cancer research.
Cancer research.
Mhm.
All right. Well, yeah, donate. I wish you had told. We could have put it on the website. We could have helped out bullies and cancer.
Cancer bullies.
What do you got?
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
What do you got,
You
Deepo?
can just follow me on Twitter at R2Deepu, and that's for me.
When are you going to give us another fucking...
One of those videos?
Yeah.
You gotta debut it on here. That's what you should do every week.
All right,
You know what I didn't like? I didn't like that the podcast Twitter account, whoever did it, retweeted it, and it was definitely like...
That was me.
In the vein of like,
No,
oh, look
I
how
did
shitty
it.
this is.
I did it
I don't-
beforehand, and I
look-
was like trying to get it out there.
I'm sorry. That's my responsibility.
Whatever.
Well, I don't think it was shitty. I think it was funny shitty. Like
Yeah.
it was like sometimes this show we do stuff that's stupid, and
Right.
I say you keep doing it, because I liked it. I
Cool,
liked
man.
it, dude.
Yeah. No,
you
I'm
fucking,
not done, but
yeah, you took initiative. You did something. We made fun of it. Who gives a fuck? And if you ever feel like you're gonna kill yourself, call Mike, and we'll have Mike come into the show.
And then Mike's like, I don't give a shit about adult suicide, but the children.
Yeah, decrease the surplus
All right, what do-
population.
what
is
do I
I
got,
say.
dude?
August 30th, the Village Underground, Creeps with Kids with host Ron Bennington. Check
Ron.
that out. Those tickets will sell out.
All right, now, yeah, listen, I'm not even kidding. We're almost half sold out right now. If you're going to come to the show, go to the website and get them. it's going to be sold out. Creeps with Kids. It's Jim Florentine, myself, Monty McFarlane, Louis J. Gomez, Ron Bennington is hosting. It's us doing our, parenting, all the stuff about having kids material, and then we're going to do a panel with people. If your parents, if you have kids, if you're going to have kids, if whatever, just come. It's going to be hilarious. Also, my tour is going on in September. So it's robertkellylive.com. All the dates are up there. We're adding more dates, so make sure you go there. If we're coming to your city, buy your tickets now. Just go get them. Purchase the fucking tickets. The link's up there. I couldn't make it any easier for you. Also, tomorrow morning, if you're listening to this live, tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., Washington Square Park, we're doing a photo shoot for one of the posters of the tour. If you want to be in it, just be at Washington Square Park at 8 a.m. tomorrow. We're going to just wear something crazy, stupid, New York, if you want to be in it, whatever. 8 a.m. tomorrow. And to become a premium member, this is what you do. What do you do, Deepu?
You go to robertkelly.libsyn.com, I believe, right?
You download the app.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Boy, that was
Download the app.
line.
It's $1.99. Just Google when you go to the app store.
The app's free.
You know what, dude?
Let me do it. I got two. Oh God.
These guys are quite the salesmen.
Really?
I gotta say, what the fuck was that?
Bobby usually just says go to the app store and find it. No one never says the exact title, and then I just said the exact URL, but I wasn't sure of it. So
I actually say the exact title. I say go download the YKWD podcast app. I say that every time. Am I lying?
The last 15 minutes of this podcast, it felt like special features. Like, it's like the actual podcast ended.
Listen, the Creeps with Kids is going to be for premium members only. Become a premium member.
Yeah.
It's $1.99. Get the app on your phone. YKWD podcast. You guys are premium members now. All this stuff's coming up. All the one-on-ones. So stay tuned. We're uploading it. Find out how this works. So you guys are the best. We'll see you next time. You know what, dude?